your God. The white man is the devil.
You see, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this boy, your ass need to stop it. Ass you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that. Let bygone be. Boy, your ass need to stop it. Ass you to prop. It's about to get serious. When they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I say you won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed he up for parole because of the COVID. It feel like the hoes in this world that don't go together. Know it's gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settled. Yeah, see the prophets. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass you the prophets. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know, they say God so loved the world. God so loved the world, and boy, your ass need to stop it, ass you the prophets. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass shit. Oh, I'm with step, I'm solid for show. To the fake niggas, stay silent, I got it, let's go. I ain't taking no loss, ain't no talking when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just pay with your own. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell him we can't keep me slave. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got your baby mother on high, got your baby pass through the fire. Ain't she the prophets, that baby so belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Devil will fail you, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Push your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop it, ass she the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass she the prophets. Give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Any man give his life for Yahweh Shai, Mashiach, and Christ, and fall up under that UPK banner. It's my brother and my blood, and I will die and kill for him if necessary. Go to ground, 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 go to ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take ground, 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 take ground. My soldiers take ground till them stand down. Take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground. My soldiers take ground till them stand down. Take ground, take ground, take ground. Now this ain't no movement, this a takedown. We would not be moved or intimidated. We ain't the type. You got a problem, tell them cross the fucking line. My niggas ain't polite. Soldiers to the left and right. I die for every man body. Before I be a coward, I'd rather be a dead body. This will be my kingdom when the hour pass. You can either get with it or get flipped like an hourglass. We live by honor and no excuse. Just sit to pray up to the Lord. I told him, then let all the terrorists loose. Hold your tongue or get rebuked, cause you made a truce. With a race to make merchandise out of my abuse. Scared of who? You got your gun, then pull it. Me and my niggas start to argue, it's about who gon' bite the bullet. It gon' take round, take round, take round. Opponents better move slow. Attack dog for this truth, nigga, cool zone. Go to ground, 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 go to ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take ground, 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 take ground. My soldiers take ground till them stand down. Take ground, take
told you not to do no sin no more. I guess they acting like they hear me. 90 days I let a fiend for. If this what you want, you best go beast mode. And she said, baby, I know you legit. Baby, I know you legit. She said, me like you don't even exist. And I said, U.P.K made me like this. Bada bing, I popped the least suspect. I start all my crowns, ring and necklace. Do what the men above had taught me. Hey, you say I play too hot, no coffee. I had to change my life like this, yeah. I'm taking life for what it is, yeah. Quit acting blind, you need some lenses. Abiding by the damn scriptures, hey. I told you not to do no sin no more. I guess they acting like they hear me. 90 days I let a fiend for. If this what you want, you best go beast mode. And she said, baby, I know you legit. Baby, I know you legit. She said, me like you don't even exist. And I said, U.P.K made me like this. I've been up, 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 I've been up. Quit the fuss, show me love, I need love. Don't wanna leave me, yeah. I'm mixing up my damn problems. I'm mixing out all of that violence. If you with me, we on that fly shit. To all these worldly bastards round us, I say, I told you not to do no sin no more. I guess they acting like they hear me. 90 days I let a fiend for. If this what you want, you best go beast mode. And she said, baby, I know you legit. Baby, I know you legit. She said, me like you don't even exist. And I said, U.P.K made me like this.
See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. I was born to be a soldier. Hey, hey. See, I was born to be a soldier. I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. Left, right, left.
I can tell you what it feels like when them problems kicking in. I call it real life. Now I'm feeling trapped. Who can I trust? Second guessing everything. Who can I love? I remember sleeping on the floor, ready for whatever. I was sleeping by the door. I was down bad, didn't want no one to know. I was on my own, didn't have nowhere to go. Everything I seen was a test. I was born to be a soldier, nothing less. This is the life that I chose. This the life that I chose. This the life that I chose. This the life that I chose.
See, I was born to be a soldier. I was born to be a soldier.
This is the life that I chose.
See, I was born to be a soldier. I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. I was born to be a soldier.
This is the life that I chose.
See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. Left, right, left.
All black is the uniform. Soldiers dead and gone. I'm forever pouring liquor for them. Try me on my brothers, and I'll be moving bodies for them. Came up out the struggle and maintained through the storm. Niggas dying for dead presidents, fucking up their residence. White man dirty tricks, they call this shit politics. Vagabonds, and they some natural born lunatics. That what they is. They shut you down when you speaking truth. It black boots when you in the truth. It black boots when you in the truth. This is the life that I chose, nigga.
See, I was born to be a soldier. I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. I was born to be a soldier. 44 shit, you know what I mean? Busy man. Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and they head with that shit. Fine in, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. They mad, I'm too solid, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. No, they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real. I got real soldiers, kill for me, nigga, watch yourself. They say you been in beast mode lately, you is not yourself. When you dropping that fire, precious marriage, they inquiring. They can't stop what's coming, but I see them conspiring. Cross the line, them firing. This bitch here, finna break the spin. No kindness, I don't trust you, circle small. You can keep your features. Me and my niggas don't keep no secrets. In the field like Jeepers Creepers, say they want some smoke, dawg. So I brought these chimney sweeps. Coming like we coming, you can't even cap. These niggas don't run it like we running, bitch, don't even start. Bitch, I'm with my niggas till the end, till death do us part. So if you wanna leave, you can leave, bitch, bless your heart. Fine in, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got a man, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. I heard they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rate for real. Take over in effect, yeah, I'm fully focused. You might not see it on me, just know it's women, that bitch fully loaded. Ooh, yeah, we up and rolling. Told them I need major motion. Think I'm joking, I'ma school them niggas like they baby Jody. Got it out the dust, now I'm too clean, don't know why they hate me. What you want out life, dawg? Guns and butter, baby boy. U.P.K top, dawg. Certified road runner. I'ma turn that econ line van to a damn tank. I got chopper stash in the attic like they Air Frank. They had that shit on lock till I snapped on them like bolt cutters. You cannot play both sides, gotta choose your colors. See him throwing that one up with that W, that's my blood, bro. Fine in, I ain't show no mercy, I'm gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the dust, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got a made, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. Said they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real.
Well, yeah, man. Clap it up. Caps up 10,000. Karafia filling in for Captain Mashak Mayam. You know, make sure you get your questions all lined up, get them all ready. You know what I mean? I'll fill in until the Captain Mashak gets here. In the meantime, with the I.S.U.P.K, started out of 1 West Harlem, New York, 125th Street, under commanding General YAHANNA. And from 1969, we've been teaching the truth according to the Bible. But let me pump up the shit, look. Sorry. I'm looking better than I like, yeah. From 1969, we're teaching that blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians are the real Jews according to the Bible. You know, who got in here? We got Manchester in here so far. You know, we got young men in here as well. Got sisters in here. Give yourselves a hand. Your classes at 394 Lodge Road, B18 5PW. 394 Lodge Road, B18 5PW. Or you can call the school number on 079 607 46784. 079 607 46784. Contact the school, get the programmed, get yourself a schedule of the class as well. So luck ya. We have classes Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, 7 to 9 at 394 Lodge Road, B18 5PW. Online class Tuesday, 7 to 9, which is the Brotherhood class. You know, and make sure you log into that class. You know, Officer Dongo, Officer Tizarp wants to luck ya, Officer Hakayan also. Also classes on Friday, which is the Lasha one Kodash, which is the Holy Tongue, 7 to 9 as well. Make sure you look out for that class, powerful class. You know what I mean? By Officer Alban. Real time revelation every Monday, every Thursday, 6 o'clock. Make sure you log into that on TikTok, I.S.U.P.K UK, and all social media. I.S.U.P.K UK social media, meaning what? Facebook, Periscope, TikTok, Instagram, everything. So make sure you log into that. Is that it? Also got On the Ends as well, which is a powerful podcast every Friday, 9 to 11. Make sure you watch that as well. Powerful, man. Salakia. Anything in the black community, we get into it, man. You also can participate as well and join in. And with that, Any questions? So, like, was there a question in the private chat?
So
Please, get me that one, Baba Kushar.
come on, Khan. It's a question from Officer Tazapo, and he asked for a breakdown on Deuteronomy 32 and verse 21.
$32 and what?
32 and verse 21.
Quantas up. Read that, Baba Kushar.
Canada and Khan. Deuteronomy 32 and 21. Where was it? They have moved me to jealousy. They have moved me to jealousy with that which is not God.
Okay.
They have provoked me to anger with their vanities. And I
Okay,
will
so
move them.
so is it just a breakdown you want, or
So I just want to understand which bit is it now? It's the end bit really. The bit that's coming up. So we've moved the Lord to anger and jealousy, right? So with our vanities as a nation of people, and I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people. So that's the bit I want to understand. The not a people. Is that talking about Esau or
this is Manuel? What's it called? Is it Manuel? Not Manuel. What's that one?
Moses.
Manuel for Salakia. When you read the New Testament, Paul quotes the scripture. Paul went to the Jews. Who are the Jews? Those living in Jerusalem. Those that got the laws, statutes, and commandments, and they didn't want to listen to him. And who did Paul went? Paul went to the black men that grew up in Greece, the black men that grew up in Athens, the black men that grew up in Corinthians. And Paul quoted the scripture. The scripture is talking about what? There was brothers out there that weren't a nation. So the Lord provoked us to jealousy with the brothers that everyone looked down upon. These men ain't circumcised. These men ain't kept the law before. But also, again, it's manifold. It's also talking about Esau as well. Talking about, read it again.
Okay, can. Yeah, okay, no sweat. Yeah. Right, read from the top up. Let me go from. Yeah. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities.
The Lord said that we provoked him to anger with our vanities. So when we say Christmas is vanity, it's vain. Something is vain, something worthless. A man put a tree in his house is vain. Trees don't belong in no yard, man. Trees don't belong on no carpet. Trees belong outside. A man talking about bunnies lay eggs and bunnies don't lay eggs, talking about Easter egg hunts. That is vanity. And the Lord said that we piss him off when we do that, man. We provoke him to anger. We get him angry. Let me tell you something, black man. The Lord of this Bible ain't the Lord of the Christian church, man. The Christian church tells black men to be soft and cushy and cold. Not up in here. The God of the Bible is different from what you read about on the Passion of Christ movie. Different from what you see on the Sunday service, man. The God of the Bible is serious, and he commands men to be serious too, man. Ain't no man more ferocious and courageous than men that see the UPK, man. Nobody. And the Lord said that we got him angry with our vanities, we got him angry with our Christmas, we got him angry with our Easter, we got him angry with our garbage, man. Slap, 1 second. Slack about that. Carry on.
Can. And I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people.
And the Lord said, you made me jealous with your rosemary beads and your cross and your Mecca and kissing a stone and circling a stone. You made me jealous with people that's with things that are not real. I'm gonna get you jealous with the people that ain't even the people. A people that's not even a people, a caveman. The oppressor is the caveman. The Lord said, okay, you want to make me jealous over stone and Easter eggs and bunnies. Okay, man. I'm gonna put a man over you that ain't even a man. This man's a caveman. He ain't got no written language like what you man got. He ain't got no good prestige history like what you man got. I'm gonna make him rule over you though. That's the man you're gonna pay your light bill to. That's the man you're gonna pay your rent to. That's the man you're gonna make all your laws and pull you over when you're driving your car. That's the man you're gonna want to be like. You put up a no God for me. I'll put up a no people for you. Come on.
Right. Can. I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation.
There you go, with a foolish nation. Foolish man. We're under a man that says it's okay to identify as a woman even though you're a man. It's okay for a man to identify as a woman. It's a foolish nation, and that's what we got ruling over us, man. We roll over a man that this man makes cars that can go 150 miles per hour, but then says you only can go 70. What you doing? What you doing? Doing 150? That's dangerous speed. So why would you make a car that? Why would you make a car that can do 150? Meanwhile, no one in England could ever do 150 ever. There's never going to be a situation in life where you could do 100. None. Not on the motorway. There's no motorway that goes past 70. So why would you make it for? That's the man that rules over us. The man that makes cigarettes and then puts it in the box, you will die if you're smoking though. That's the man that rules over us. And that's the man we got to pay rent to. That's the man that stops and frisks black people. That says, where you going? That's the man we got to, pay a passport to and answer to him. The Lord said, you do it to me. I'll do it to you, man. Come on.
That was it. It's just a 21. And then this bit, what I want is understand as well is from 27 to 43. So that part of it as well.
27, go on.
Yeah. So, so the you said it was twofold. So I understand the enemies, the oppressor. What about what's the other side of it? Twofold.
So the other side was this. The brothers in the land that were Jews. When you read about Jews, talking about Judah, Benjamin, Levi, the aristocracy of Israel that knew everything, had the answers. They're the one that everyone went to, the prestige brothers. And Christ said, "What? I ain't going to you no more, man." And Paul gave the truth to brothers that was nobody, brothers that was Corinthians, brothers that was Romans, brothers that was no one. That's a lot. He provoked them to jealousy with what? A foolish nation. Brothers that weren't a people. Brothers that grew up, being Roman and Colossians. That's the other side to it. That's the way he provoked the Jews, the people that had the truth, to jealousy with a foolish nation. And that's how you get the scripture of the prodigal son, the scripture of the Jews being jealous of Yahawashi, trying to set him up and kill him and so forth. That's the other side to it. If that makes sense.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So 27 now. Were it not that I feared the wrath of the enemy, lest their adversaries should behave themselves strangely, unless they should say, our hands is high, and the Lord has not done, all this.
You want to break down?
So, I want the understanding of that. So, so what the Lord is saying is, you don't want the heathens to think that, like the Lord gave us into their hands. You don't want the heathens to be like, we did this, because they're going to puff themselves up.
That's right.
Yeah, make themselves proud. Yeah.
That's right. So the Lord punish us. And how does he punish us? He punishes us by making the nations rule over us. He punishes us by making the white man put us in slavery, making the white man set us an alligator bait and deport the Windrush. But at the same time, he don't want the white man to say, I did this. I'm so powerful. I put black people in slavery. I put black people in chains. I'm the reason why Native American Indians speak English. I'm the reason why Spanish people speak, why Hispanics speak Spanish. I'm the reason why black people in the Caribbean speak English. I'm the reason why Haitians speak French. He don't want him thinking that. He wants to know. He wants him to know that, listen, these people disobeyed me, and that's why they enslaved me.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Let me get the precept. Sorry.
Right.
Let me get the precept. I said, hold you up, Rob, if you could. If you could, someone get me the scripture real quick. KG. Give me Isaiah 42:24.
Come on. The book of Isaiah, chapter 42 and verse 24. Who gave Jacob for a spoil?
And the Lord asks the question, who gave Jacob for a spoil? Spoil is what you rob. If you spoil a ship, you rob a ship. You kill everybody on there, you spoil it, you rob it, you take everything. And the Lord says, who gave Jacob for spoil? Who's Jacob? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Who robbed Jacob? Who is the reason why we don't have our own surname? Who is the reason why we speak Spanish? Why we speak English? Why we speak Creole? Who is the reason why we wear suit and ties and don't wear Hebrew Israelite garments no more? Who did it? Why is the reason why black people are on the bottom? Why don't we have no black businesses? Why is the black man not in the house? Why is the black woman lost? Why is the black man lost? Who did this, man? Why is the reason? Why did it happen? Because if you go to school, they'll tell you because it's education and black men ain't smart enough. And we need to vote more. And we need more black politicians. The Lord's going to tell you who robbed us right now. Come on.
Khan. And Israel to the robbers.
And who gave Israel to the robbers? Who's the reason why Israel is robbed? We all know we've been robbed. We're about to find out why we got robbed, how we got robbed, and who did this, and who's in charge. Come on.
Did not the Lord?
Did not who?
The Lord.
Did not who?
The Lord.
The Lord did this, black man. Which means what? For you to get out of this, you got to go back to the Lord. It drives me crazy how black men say, "Oh, we're in an effed up position, man. We got to vote, man." So the problem is we need more black economics now. So this is the problem. You got to start, channeling your money into all this garbage, man. The Lord put us in this position, and the law is the way we get out, black man. If you want to, you want to stop black and black crime, you got to come to the Lord, man. You see how police stopping and frisking you and harassing you, got to come to the Lord, man. Simple things, man. Yeah, put that weed down, put the drugs down, put the whores down, put the alcohol down, anything that's stopping you from getting into the kingdom of heaven, and come back to the Lord. That's how you get it, man. We vote. We got black prime ministers. We got David Lammy. We got black celebrities, man. Forget about it. Ain't no. Listen, there must be more black celebrities and white celebrities than most, man. We got the comedians locked down. We got the footballers, the basketballers, the rappers, the singers. We got money. I don't hear nothing about economics. If anyone got money, it's black people. We got the boxers, everything. Floyd Mayweather, one of the most successful boxers of all time, man. The Muhammad Ali's, the Mike Tyson's. It can't be money. We got money. How is it a 16-year-old boy takes the pennies of people on the streets, man, and becomes a millionaire and drives around in a BMW? Don't tell me we ain't got money in the black community, man. We got it, man. The problem is we are lacking God. That's what we're lacking. We're lacking God, man. We're not lacking religion. We're not lacking Christianity. We're lacking God. Keep it in.
Right.
Kind of the one kind.
Oh, so, yeah. You want to go back?
I
read it.
He against whom we have sinned.
Against who what?
He against whom we have sinned.
That's the man we sinned against. That's the God. That's the power. That's the almighty power that we sinned against. That's the almighty power that's going to fix this, man. God did this to us. Why can we sin against him? You ever wondered? And for all my life, I wondered, why are black people at the bottom? Now I know. Because we sinned against God, man. I always wondered, why do black women push a stroller by themselves? We don't man in the house. Because we sinned against God, man. I always wondered, why are black men in jail, man? We're only 3% of the population. Why are we in jail more than anybody else, man? Because we sinned against God, man. I always wondered, why do people pick on us? Why did the police stop and frisk us when there's other nations out there? How come? Remember 9/11? 9/11, your Arabs was bombing up, man, like crazy. And guess what? Black men was stupid profiled. You'll think that the profile for stop and search should be a beard, turban, Indian, man. It's still black people, man. And now I know why. It's right here, man. Read that again,
Kind of the one kind. Did not the Lord, he against whom we have sinned?
The Lord did this, the same Lord that we sinned against. That's the answer right there, black man, Hispanic, and Native Indian, man. The answer ain't to vote, it's not to march. It's not economics, it's not money. It's not we got to put our money into one fund. Everyone, what's that woman? What's the name? Owens. In 2024, black men have become desperate, man. Become desperate. Imagine everyone talking about Candice Owens, a black woman. I'm gonna vote for her and blah blah blah. She got white man. Like nowadays, if we settle for the closest thing, we settle for Bill Clinton's white man. But look, black men voted for Bill Clinton. Why? Because he's white, but he played the saxophone. That's how desperate. That's how desperate we become. Like he's not black, but hey, he got rhythm. David Lammy got a white woman in his arm. Oh, he's a black man anyway. I'll give him that, man. The best. Candice Owens, she's white, but she got a white man, but hey, she's somewhat black. What's a coolie one in America again?
Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris. She's coolie, but I'll take her, man. It's better than nothing. We even take. It's at the point here nowadays. We even take musicians. I take Tupac. He's a rebel. I heard man say he's a rebel. I take Bob Marley. He's standing against the pressure. He's standing against the pressure. I'll take that, man. That's how low we become, man. Come on, black man. We got to do better than that, man. We got to do better than that, man. Indian man have leaders, man. Real leaders who to go to. Real leaders that start problems. The Indian man got blasted in his face in Gatwick Airport, man. Policeman lift back his boot and blast him in his face, and he went to an Indian leader to represent him, man. We want to sing and dance, listen to Bob Marley, man. Tupac. Come on, we got to do better than that, man. Go on, heads up. Where you at?
Go on, 28 now. 28. For they are a nation void of counsel.
There you go. We're a nation void of counsel. You know what counsel means? The counsel means advice, man. I mean, you can't speak to us. Because listen, I know the Lord put me on a mission, man, on a task, man, for like almost 10 years now to go out there and raise my people, man. And some wonderful brothers that come in, man. Some wonderful sisters that come in and take counsel, change their life, and become somebody else. But then there's also a lot of brothers that don't take counsel. Slap 1 minute. I read out, please get it off, please. That don't take counsel. Brother, don't smoke weed, man, so you can't tell me nothing, My lungs, Yo, sis, put that dress, man. Nah, you can't tell me. You know what I mean? My body's sexy. You can't tell me nothing, man. Trying to hold me down. Void of counsel, man. No one can chat to us, man. No one can talk to us or let us know anything. We know too much. That's what the Lord's referring to. Read it again.
For they are a nation void of counsel.
Void of counsel, meaning we don't have it in us. Void of counsel, no one can chat to us. Brother, no one can say, yo, don't smoke weed. Well, it's my body, you know. I do what I want, do what I like, man. That's our people, man. Through and through, man. You know what I mean? 1 second. Shalom. We're down, pass over to Priest and Prophet. Captain Mashak, my young Salakia. Clap, everyone. Breaking down provoking to jealousy with a nation that in a nation.
Okay.
I'll let you know that we provoke the Lord to jealousy with our vanities, our Christmas and stuff.
Okay.
You know, now we're gonna answer to
it was a question somebody had, or
yeah, it was after the one, sir.
Okay, no, so what was your question?
It was that, sir.
Okay, I'm sure. Go ahead. What was the question to that one? Just so I understand.
Yeah, so the question is in Deuteronomy 32 and 20 what was it? Sorry. And 21, which was they have moved me to jealousy with that which is not God. And then the Lord is saying he'll move us to jealousy with them which are not a people.
Okay. And what was your question with it?
So I just wanted to get those that are not a people. I wanted to get a better understanding of that, basically.
Yeah. That one. I'll take one of these shit to move on. Slack it, brother. Say that one more time.
Yeah, I can. So I wanted to get a better understanding of them which are not a people. Oh, dropped out.
Yeah, I think we might disconnect.
Mm-hmm.
No sweat.
Hmm?
No, I just said no sweat. I said no sweat.
Right. What in here?
I see this color right here. Make sure y'all hit the like button, get the likes up. You know what I'm saying? Most side Christ.
Okay, so it's the what? Y'all could hear me?
Can, yeah.
All right, I'm saying read the scripture one more time for me, all right?
Okay. 21. So this is Deuteronomy 32 and 21. They have moved me to jealousy with that which is not God. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities.
Okay.
And
this is
I will
speaking here.
So like the other one.
Who's speaking here?
The Lord speaking to Moses.
All right. And who's he talking to?
Moses.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
About us, basically, the Israelites.
About Israel. That's right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Can. So, and I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people. So that's the
Go ahead.
So that's the bit that I wanted to understand. Like, who's the a better understanding of who's those that are not a people.
Okay, so in the first part, when he said I would move the where you want again, Deuteronomy 1?
32 and 21.
All right, so in the first part, when Moses is saying, when he's telling Moses they have provoked me to anger, read that part again. Deuteronomy 1.
32 and 21.
Okay, go ahead.
They have moved me to jealousy with that which is not God.
Mm-hmm. All right, break that part down. That which is not God. What does that mean?
Okay, so basically our vanity is what we've, like idols and all the stuff we've gone into now. Christmas, all the ways of the heathens, all the idolatry, basically. Worshipping of other nations' religions and serving their gods, basically.
Okay, you're saying that is what he's saying when it's not God.
Yeah.
Okay, so explain it in terms of today. How would you explain that in terms of today?
So if we join Islam as Israelites, then we are provoking our God to jealousy by, bowing down to a stone which is not God.
Okay.
So
what about if I don't join? What about if I don't believe in nothing?
If you don't believe in nothing, well, there's no such thing as believing in nothing, because there's always someone's philosophy that we've learned in this hemisphere, basically. So
okay, so now let's say I don't believe in nothing. I don't have a label. All right.
Okay.
But my life is, I go to a slave, I celebrate the Christmas party at the slave. Celebrate where you have what's the thing? The thing with the puppy. What's it called again? Remembrance Day. I do Remembrance Day. I bust fireworks on Guy Fawkes night and New Year's night, and whenever the Pakis them bust fireworks, I'm doing it too. What about in that situation?
Well, that's the same as worshiping other gods, because the Saturnalia and all of those.
Okay, well, again, you ain't even gotta go so deep. All you had to really establish is somebody who is not honoring the Lord like how He wants to be honored. You get the point?
Right.
Everybody understand? You want somebody you want to explain it to the everyday person that as long as they're not honoring the Lord how He wants to be honored, that's what it's talking about. Because everybody swear they honoring the Lord. You get the point? Donald Trump swear he honoring the Lord. He think he's a Christian. Elon Musk say he honoring the Lord. Yet still he do the Heil Hitler salute. You also all of that, right? They all think they're religious. They all think they honor the Lord. They all think that they're doing God's will. So you don't want to box this part to somebody who's wearing a kufi and a dress, or somebody who's wearing a suit and a tie, or somebody who into Rastafarianism, because now those are religious people. But there's many non-religious people who just floated. You get the point, is that one?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You definitely want to just make it plain that instead of describing the examples of what not God is, describe what God is. And everybody will know that they're not doing that. And that's how you know you're provoking the Lord to jealousy. Go ahead, Cap.
The way you dropped it, so is it
right?
It's fair to say that you're Christian anyway, if you're not in here.
That you're walking into that. Like you'll hear us say everybody Christian. I'd be like, no, I'm not Christian. But when you walk it down like that, everybody is Christian. You get the point? So you want to explain that part, right? Go ahead.
Yeah. As long as you're not serving the Lord, then
you're Christian. That's
Christian,
really
right.
what it is. Go
ahead. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities.
All right, and what's that? What is their vanities?
So that's the now getting into what they do, like the Christmas, and now bowing down to the stones and stuff like that. That's the vanities.
Again, you boxing it in. You are boxing it all the way in. That ain't just the only vanity. Voting is a vanity. In UK elections, do people vote? Go and vote, right? What change does it make? Does it make any difference? Ever, right? Keir Starmer is the one in charge now, right? And he's supposedly the progressive one, the one who is not as right wing and racist like
conservative
Boris, right? The conservative is Boris on them, right?
Yeah, he's Labour.
He's Labour. Same thing in America. The Republicans are more the conservative, and the Democrats are more progressive and just love everybody, free for all type shit. Keir Starmer is for everybody intents and purposes is what people will say is the more friendly party to black people, right? That's what they would say, right? You went and vote. What difference does it make now? Any. It don't make any difference. So you don't want to just box it into the Christians or the Muslims. Everybody, everyday life, the everyday Joe is vanity. Life is vanity. It's all nonsense. You understand? So in addition to what you say into Zapon, you definitely want to pull those things, all right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people.
So now, that's the part you want broken down, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now when you describe that which is not God and vanities, does it help you understand he will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people? Does it give you any hint to it, or not so much just yet?
Salaki, I don't know, it's chopping up, so I didn't hear you.
Oh, Salaki. How about now? Could you hear me now?
Again now.
Is it plugged up?
I can hear you quite clearly, so it might be up to Tizap's internet.
It might be Tizap one then.
It might be.
All right.
Can
you hear me now, Tizap one?
I can hear. Can. Yeah.
Okay, no sweat. So what I'm saying is, being that you went through that which is not God and the vanities, does it help you understand even more that which is not a people?
Yeah, can. And
Let me hear
also, yeah. So again, it's anyone that's not serving the Lord. Yeah, anyone that's not keeping the commandments, basically. Yeah.
So what would be a nation who is a people?
Those that are keeping the Israelites that's keeping the commandments.
That's the basis of it. And you gotta understand how we talk. Like you watch football, right?
Sometimes.
Really? What sport you watch?
To be honest, I don't really watch it.
You didn't even watch boxing. You didn't watch no boxing?
Not really, no.
Your brothers love boxing and MMA and all them kind of hand grappling shit. All right. Let's say if, a boxer or somebody playing football, somebody who playing for Manchester or Chelsea or one of them teams, right? And there's somebody criticizing a player, they'll say he ain't no player. Even though this nigga have a contract and getting salary, somebody who criticizing him will say he ain't no player. What does that mean?
Means it's not good. It's not up to scratch. It's not worth his wages.
Oh, he's really not a player. He just have a contract and gain money. Versus if I say, yo, he a baller. That's a player right there. He may not have no contract, but he could ball. What am I saying about him?
He's really good.
He has all the foundation, all the basics, the technicality of playing the sport. For anybody to look at him and say, that's a player. So now when the Lord say, these are not a people, this group does not have the basic fundamentals of what you would call civilized, of what you would call a people, of what you would look and be like, damn, that's how a people should be. And when you understand that, now you look at who is not a people. All right. The Eastern, what is that? What is called that group? Is Asian? They all call them Asians, right? The Pakis, Palestinians, all of them.
South Asians call them.
Are they a people? I can't say that because they had the grooming houses, right? With the 13-year-olds and the 16-year-olds.
Right.
And they just passed a law in Iran to marry at 9 or some shit like that, 9 or 10. They have something called, mercy killings. Mercy killings. Come on, you gotta pass the mic to the remote one. Go ahead.
Okay, with the South Asian or East Indian, it's more honor-based violence, honor-based killings.
Well, what is it?
So basically, they view honor over everything. So if you shame somebody, you're worthy of death.
You're making it sound good, sis. I like it. You making it sound plausible. Go ahead.
So if you're a father and your daughter was like marry a white man or a black man, you kill it. It's not murder. In that point.
That's not honorable, sis. That's not justified. Don't put the honorable cloak on that. That is horrible.
That's right.
But that ain't honor. That's not honor. Now they'll talk about it with esteem, like if it is honorable, but the whole family will gang up on this girl and she'll go missing. And they do it here in England, not just in their country. They do it here. The girl gone, she gone, and now they're trying to figure out where she is, and they let them do it. There's no stopping to it. You get the point? And I think they could do this if she goes driving without an adult, if she goes out on her own, if she's seen talking to somebody who they don't want around her. I think they could do it like that. Once the family feels shame and hurt with a little fragile ego, they could just, put her to death or whatever. So you mean to tell me you can't just kick her out? The congregation put her outside? Even the Lord did not kill Adam and Eve.
That's right.
Even the Lord just told them leave.
That's right.
Since you want to be like them, go live with them. But them and their God, they put her to death for what? Because they're not a people. You understand what I'm saying? The so-called white man, the oppressor, he is not a people. You see how he has people living, everybody in England is basically one check away from poverty. One check. Yeah, even in America, they say the average family can't withstand $1,000 emergency. Whether it's a car, a medical emergency, something, the average family cannot. $1,000 emergency will break a family. And I think that's true across the board, where we live in a way where we can't afford for certain things to happen, so we're extra careful. The oppressor, he don't care. He hits a pothole, the suspension off, he drop it off by BMW and just say, send me the bill. That's the life they live. And because they live that sort of carefree, careless life, you have the nephew or the Queen of England raping some woman and they just pay her money. You get the point? They don't taking advantage of every single country and taking all the resources. These are people that are not a people. They're really not that glorious. The royal family only look good on TV. You come to the UK and you realize they ain't special. You get the point? Come on.
They care about money a lot as well.
Make sure you have the mic, huh? Go ahead.
UK people care about money too much. Like, you'll think that the UK will be like, let's get rid of these immigrants. Let's keep Britain white. They don't care. For me, bringing in money, they're like, whatever.
Because they're not a people.
Come on.
They are not a people. These are not, somebody who would look at them and be like, I want to be like them. You know what I mean? I want to pattern after them. They don't command that. Now, with that said, you have a nation who people look at and pattern after. Who would be a people to Zappa?
That's us. That's our people. That every nation want to be like. Yeah.
That's the 12 tribes of Israel, especially in like the UK, which is heavily the tribe of Benjamin, some Judah, some Asher, some Ephraim. All the other nations try to be like us, and we are the bottom of society because we are a people.
That's right.
We got laws, we got code of conduct, we got swag and what the Bible calls salt, which is flavor. How we talk, how we walk, how we dress. And they want to be us so bad. Well, Robin, what's that mayor in what's the name of the place?
Can't say in Lambeth, sir, South London.
It's London. I thought it was in Cumbria. You have the video? Could you pull the video?
I can get it, sir. Come on.
Pull the video for me, all right? Pull the video for me. There's this mayor in South London. I think he's the youngest mayor.
Yeah.
He's the youngest mayor ever. Some white boy, right? He won. It's in Brixton, South London, somewhere around there. Go ahead, sis. Pass it in my God.
Lucky, I've seen that, but he's surrounded. It looks like, anyways, by people like us.
Well, I can't tell right now. Right now, I can't tell. We don't let them Africans in so much. You gotta prove. You gotta ask them where you from. What part of the country you from? All right, Robin, you haven't?
Come on, sir.
Shit, not that country. You got to take that back to the grandparents. And don't tell me Kingston or Montego Bay or Georgetown or Port of Spain. You got to give me some real ends places that you got to be living there to know. All right, y'all take a look at this. Go ahead.
Come on.
Look, pause. Hold on. Pull it back and pause it.
So lucky.
He had the gold on. Even that, even wearing the jewelry comes from us. Jewelry comes from a word from the Jews. The Jews wore jewelry. Even that culture is ours. Go ahead. The Piccadilly, I think, is our culture. Go ahead. Pause it right there. Oh, you missed the sign, Rabban. Come on, Rabban. You gotta help out. Right there. What is that? Why is he doing that?
Right.
He just inherit the office of a mayor in one of London's boroughs. London. This ain't a borough in Estonia or Turkey or somewhere where people don't really respect that much. This is London. And he started acting black because we are really a people.
That's right.
If there's a people who you want to be on the earth, you want to be black. That's right. You don't want to be white. You don't want to be all retarded Elon Musk, all retarded dumb devil. If he didn't have no money, there would be no Tesla. And he's not that smart. Don't let nobody fool you. He'll sit with some scholar for 2 days and just have the person explain it over and over. Then he come on TV and talk, and you think he's smart. That nigga never invent shit. He just got money.
That's right.
You get the point? But these who they try to mock, we are a people.
That's right.
We are really a people. Go ahead.
Come on.
Yes.
What's down there?
Right outside the town. We have come right there. Go ahead. Keep playing it out. Just keep playing. Oh, they ain't show. This is not the one where they show you the whole entourage with all the white boys and the colored people around him, and they all there, and he's throwing up signs and shit. Now he's throwing up gang signs. How does England feel about gang signs?
Don't applaud it.
But he's a mayor though.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? The influence comes from a people who really are a people. And that's really us. You get the point? Now the Lord is provoking us to jealousy with a people who is not a people. He is not a people.
That's right.
And really, if you applauding him in London, you just a hard-headed child, and you need to be provoked more. That pisses me the hell off. Go run for mayor, please. Goddamn. If this devil could do it, of course I'm just joking. Don't run. Because you would win, and I already know what would happen. I already know what would happen if Akayan is in charge of South London. Y'all ain't gonna be able to live. You drug dealers, you're gonna be hanging from the light poles. You pedophiles and molesters, y'all will disappear. I already know that. Go ahead, brother. Pass the mic to the soldier back there.
Captain, was that not a satanic Baphomet sign that it was throwing up? Or was it a gang sign? Or does it not matter?
It's okay. That whole thing with the satanic Baphomet sign, that's internet talk. That thing is not really real. All right. Most people don't even know who Baphomet is. That's the go-tex. Robin, get a picture of Baphomet and put it up there for me. All right. And also pull up the history on Baphomet. All right. But get the picture real quick. Well, how people say the Baphomet sign, or they might say Illuminati or whatever, that's really just internet talk. It's not real. It's not really, it doesn't hold any weight at all, right? But how he did it, that thing there, like that, those mannerisms are ours. That's right. The finger configuration changes. Now, the finger configuration, he said, I need an actual picture of it. Don't give me the whole row. Give me one of them, a good one. The one on the bottom right. No, bottom right corner. No, let's X out that one. X out what it made big.
This one here?
Bottom right, yeah. Give me that one.
Come on.
Make that one. Could you zoom in, or that's about it?
I can zoom in signals.
All right. Everybody familiar with that one, right?
Come on.
All right. Even I forget the history with the children, and Robert, you might be able to find that out. But you know what? I need to see the top of the horns. The picture you had up first, you probably was right with that one. Give me that picture first. I think that picture have the whole body. Is it there? No, that's not the one. Okay, stop. No, that's it. Salakia. Right. That's good right there. That's the original Baphomet picture, right? Anybody knows the history on this picture? Come on, Cap.
From what I remember, Jim Muhammad said Baphomet looks like Muhammad or something like that.
This was the Christian or the church making fun of Muhammad. That's why he's sitting with his legs crossed like an Arab, making the signs up and down like an Eastern Indian or Asian person. And there's the moon at the bottom and the star on the forehead. This was propaganda from the Catholic Church to disrespect the Arab Brotherhood or the Arab nation. Over time, because of the horns and the five-pointed star, the conspiracy theorists and everybody who's just unlearned start saying that's Satan and that's the image of this and that. But it's also conflated with Catholics calling the Muslims Satan, like anything that's not Catholic or not Christian, they say Satan, devil worship, this, that, the other. But this was originally a caricature or something to degrade or defame Muhammad. It was to disrespect Islam. All right, it's like this is the point. So you understand, brother, that the whole how they say the Baphomet thing, that's really made up on nothing. It's really from our culture of the gang signs and the finger twirling, and it comes out of that, and it's, you know, people do it and it start, but it don't mean nothing. It means it has no power at all or anything. Right?
Like, isn't that where they say like part of Islam's like fallen angel with like the wings at the back? If I remember I researched.
Okay, the fallen angel is about in the Catholic faith. Who is the fallen angel?
The devil?
Satan.
God.
They're trying to say Muhammad is Satan.
Yeah,
it's like just think of the typical British satire and how British people make fun of people. British humor and British not humor, but how they embarrass you. What's the word I'm looking for?
Mock. Is it mock?
Mocking. Like how UK mocks people. It's not the typical how we would mock you. We would mock you where it's easy to start laughing. British mocking and humor, you gotta think a little bit. That's why they say it's tongue in cheek. You ever hear people say, "Oh, that's kind of tongue in cheek or cheeky"? Because you had to be like, for a second, you had to be like that for a second, and then it hit. That's how British humor is. There's a recent commercial with Sol Campbell. You all know who Sol Campbell is? He used to play for Tottenham, then he went to Arsenal. Oh, yeah. Right? Tottenham fans call him a traitor till this day. And he has a commercial for the new year about switching, is it laundry detergent or I think a cell phone plan? But he walks around his house and he's and there's little hints where he's going from white to red, and he's saying, "Listen, don't be afraid, man. If making the switch makes you better and you get more money, you should do it." And as he moving from one room, it goes from white to red, and from a white shirt to a red and white shirt. But it's not about football. But you have to know what they're talking about to make the court. That's British humor, and they think that's, you know, Britain is so kind of just, you know, anal. You can't even have fun without relaxing. Like to have fun, you still have to be astute and, you know, intelligent and intellectual. We have fun by just, you know, you all seen how the mock Vibes Cartel when he came out of jail? They put a handkerchief around the goat and put shades on the goat. You never see that picture? Rob, man, please pull that picture for me. You know what I'm talking about?
I ain't seen that.
Oh, come on. I'm going to send it for you right now. Somebody had it.
Go ahead. When Maradona died, they was like, "Oh yeah, finally got taken by the hand of God." You know what I mean?
That's it. You get the point? He finally got taken. But even that is more how our style is. God. But typically, they would, you know, they're very, you know, you have to think and work upstairs before you could get the joke. They're not just funny.
Someone said to Donald Trump that his mom is a buffoon and he sued him because his mom technically ain't a buffoon. Is that kind of humor like that? Or no. It's more you had to think the thing through to really get the thing what we're talking about. You had to really, everybody know Mr. Bean. Come on.
How many of you realize Mr. Bean was about a Paki immigrant?
No, I don't.
You knew it from before. Majority of people didn't know. They just thought it was this dummy who couldn't talk. He couldn't talk because he didn't want to talk for being mocked because a Paki immigrant talk like that. And they can't talk too good. And they don't want to be mocked. And then they're trying to be white and abandon the culture. You get the point? That's the type of humor. Like, you see Mr. Bean. I remember seeing it growing up. And I was like, what the hell is wrong with this fool? And he in church singing, he can't even talk. But come to realize, this is them mocking the Asians. You get the point? This is them mocking the Asian people. You understand what I'm saying? Robin, you didn't find that picture yet?
Nah, I'm not into finding the Vibes.
Oh, Lord.
Like, select the other one.
Go ahead.
Yeah, just thinking of back in the days when they used to depict, you know, black people as like a cauldron is cooking, and the white people's in the cauldron, and the black people, are dancing around the cauldron or walking around it with the bones in the nose and all that. That's how they used to depict us.
That's how they would depict us.
Yeah, right.
Yep, that's how
Kind
they
of
would
like
depict us. Like that British humor is very, it's not like how we would make fun of somebody that's just flat out. Hold on, let me see if I find this picture here for Rob. Oh boy. It's okay. Remember when Vybz Kartel came out of jail? He was walking funny, looking funny, had the handkerchief on his face, right? You remember that, right?
Come on.
Okay, somebody made a parody. This is just a joke with a goat, a literal goat with shoes on. Like they take a goat, an actual live goat, put 2 shoes on, put the bandana across the goat face, and put shades on, and put Addy the teacher or the palm or something like that. Now that's you ain't gotta think for that. You get the point? It's just funny. I'll find it for you, Rob. I mean, shit. I know I've seen it.
Is that like? Is that to say, Salaki? Is that to say he's the goat? I don't know what goat means.
Exactly.
Like,
you understand what I'm saying? Because he looked funny, but Vybz Kartel is also touted as the greatest of all time. So they're saying the goat, but they're also mocking how he looking. You remember he was walking kind of like an alien and shit. They're mocking him. You get the point? That's how we are. That's not how they are. You get the point? We are a people who's really a people. Like we the ones who everybody wants to be like. And the Lord done, he chose us, and every other nation wants to be us. The problem is we want to be them. We don't look at what the Lord's culture is as special as the Muslim culture or the Christian culture, or being, like Dave Lammy up in the politics and talking all proper with the suit and tie. We don't esteem the Lord's culture the way we esteem everybody else's culture, and that makes the Lord angry. Imagine you're a father and you have kids, and you doing for your kids, and you're buying them toys and school, and you're helping them out, and they reach somewhere where they good off in life, and they give all the credit to some teacher or some white man or the neighbor, and you get no credit, and they want to be him. They want to be like him or like her, and they reject you damn near. That's how the Lord feels when we turn to these nations. That's how the Lord feels when we go marry these heathens. That's how the Lord feels when we abandon his culture and go after the culture of the other nations. The Lord feels disrespected. The Lord feels rejected. And he said, I'm going to do that to you. Since you did it to me, I'm going to do it to you. You understand, Tizap one?
Right. Yeah, kind of.
All right. You good to go?
Yeah, Canada. Yeah. So it was that, and I was jumping. It was quite a bit, to be honest. It was the whole of from 27 to. I won't get it now anyway. But it was from 27. I wanted to better understand. I wanted to understand the whole from 27 all the way down to 43.
Oh, that's a lot.
We go up to 29 before. So yeah, we kind of went back now. So.
Okay, no sweat. I could give you a few verses. Is there any questions in particular that you have, like a specific question here in those verses we're up to 42 or 43 that you could just jump to? Because I would like to get some other questions or this topic. All right.
Let me see.
In the meantime, any other questions, Robin? Robin, you didn't find the goat picture?
Like I said, I couldn't find the gold picture, but I did find the one with JP, John Paul Ennis, and his entourage, the mayor of London.
Okay, you could play that again if you need.
Let's see right here. You see right here, he's showing off his shoes.
What kind of shoes wearing? Stop it there. Hold on. I think that's like a level 5 roadman footwear. Go ahead.
Good night TN, Air Max night TN trainers code. So
listen, that's what I'm trying to tell you. That's our culture. The Arabs, the Pakis, whoever else wears it, and that's our culture. You get the point? That they are trying to, adopt damn near, because our culture is cool. He's in there, and all he could do is throw up signs like, yeah, what's up? You see what I'm wearing, right? You see what I'm wearing. That's him. Corny as hell. Go ahead, Art.
Not lips up his thing to show the shoe.
Pause it right there.
Oh, still like you.
No, sorry, that's good. Yeah, pause it something. Go around, brother.
It's like he's trying to get props off like black people.
That's really it.
To see it and think, yeah, this guy's down with this.
He's definitely doing that. He's definitely doing that part. But to do that, you still have to have a certain amount to go that far. You have a certain amount of, like he ain't doing this like how Kamala Harris did it. Kamala Harris pretended to be black and it was obvious that she pretended. He's doing it like he goes to, the clubs down there and he hangs out on the ends. You get the point? That's how he's operating. You get the point, Doc?
God. Like,
right.
You got more right here with his entourage right here.
Come on, let me see it. Oh, shit. He's a
Good
clown.
Night.
He's absolute clown. Go ahead, play some more.
For the next one. So this is without the whole mayor go. And it's funny because with those chains things, like he'll walk around in public like, without the whole mayor go, he'll keep the chain. Because again, he's trying to be black. That's flexing the chain and trying to relate. Not trying to relate. He's trying to be. Come on.
So, Abba, you can say what you just said. You take
let's turn the volume down.
You're talking as the music was playing. If you could say it now, Abba,
come on. So I was saying like even usually he'll walk around his day-to-day life without the whole mayor get up, but he'll keep the chains thing because he trying to be us. Like he trying to flex how we would flex.
Yeah, it's fun to be black until the police pull you over.
That's right.
God.
Until the police pull you over, then you start talking. Hey, what's the problem, officer?
Right.
All the white boys up here talk. Same way?
Yeah, mate.
What's up, mate? Mm-hmm. Jolly good show, officer. Yes. How can I help you? Right? Until it's time to get beaten, then it ain't cool to be black anymore. Oh boy, I want to find that picture and show you. I don't know where the hell it is. All right, so we good to go?
Go
on. To Zap1, you good to go? Or you found it yet? You found where you might be?
It's kind of hard to pick out between them because I'm getting different ones in between. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I get you. Let's choose one. Just choose one. I'll say a couple before I move on.
No, it's kind of the whole thing, really. I can't really pick one out. That's what I mean.
Okay, so you don't understand the whole thing?
It's like something that is continuing. Like, for instance, at 28, it says, they are a nation void of understanding. Neither is there any understanding in them. Is that the heathens or is that Israelites?
Okay, I'm going to read up. It sounds like it's the heathens. I'm going to read up.
From 27, it's
from 26.
Scatter them into corners. That's us. So I understand 26.
Okay, read from 26 on down.
Okay. All right. I said I will scatter them into corners. Mm-hmm. I will make the remembrance of them to cease from among men. So that's talking about us. Us. Yeah, not knowing who we are anymore at this point in time.
Go ahead, keep reading. I'm trying to get the gist of it. All right, don't stop.
I don't care. Where it not, I fear the wrath of the enemy, lest their adversaries should behave themselves strangely, and lest they should say, our hands is high, and the Lord has not done this, has done all this.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I understand. I understand now.
I'm gonna ask somebody to read it through. I need somebody to just read it through to Zap1. Don't stop. I'm trying to get the gist of it, all right? So I can remember exactly what you're saying.
All right then. For they are a nation void of counsel. Neither is there any understanding in them.
Go back up to 26, please. And let's
read it. 26. 26. I said I will I said I would scatter them into corners. I will make the remembrance of them to cease from among men. Were it not that I feared the Lord, that the wrath of the enemy, lest their adversary should behave themselves strangely, unless they should say, our hand is high, and the Lord has not done all this. For they are a nation void of counsel, neither is there any understanding in them. Oh, that they were wise, that they understood this, that they understood this, that they would consider their latter end.
Right? So all here is talking about us. All right? He'll scatter us. He said, were it not that I feared the wrath of the enemy, lest their adversaries should behave themselves strangely, and lest they should say, oh, our hand is high, and the Lord had not done this, had not done all this. He said he ain't going to do certain things because now he ain't going to get the credit. They'll say the Lord didn't do this part. You get the point? And that's how we are as a people. We would go through some sort of adversity, or we would go through some sort of hardship, and we can't believe the Lord is against us. You understand?
Come on.
Come on,
So,
let me know if you understand it. Go ahead.
I thought it was the enemies, the Lord didn't want the enemies to behave themselves proudly, lest they should say that the Lord ain't done it, that they've done it themselves.
That they did what? That they did what themselves?
Like, enslaved, had us in slavery, put us in slavery, conquered us basically.
Okay, explain it here. What does it say here that they did themselves?
Which bit, Salakia? Which bit? That when you say
I'm just asking you. You are introducing things that's not written here. I'm saying just relate it back to what's written here.
So it says when it says where 27, were it not that I feared the wrath of the enemy, lest their adversaries should behave themselves strangely, unless they should say, our hand is high, and the Lord has not done all this. So is that the enemies saying that? That's my understanding of it. So
okay, he's saying unless that they should say, our hand is high, and the Lord has not done this. What is the not done this? What is the Lord didn't do?
Like it wasn't the Lord that allowed them to that turned his back on us and allowed them to enslave us, basically.
So who would say the Lord did not do this?
The enemies.
Okay, okay, if the enemies are saying it, what consequences is it of us?
Consequences.
Like, meaning, what if they say the Lord didn't do this? What does that mean for us?
I don't know.
That's
I don't
what I'm
understand.
saying. That's what I'm saying. It would only mean something if we are saying the Lord has not done this. And the Lord didn't do is everything he's said above. Scatter us into nations. This, that, hunger.
Okay.
If we say the Lord ain't do that because, Lord ain't going to do that to us. You understand what I'm saying? That's why the next verse he say, oh, if they had understanding and could consider the latter end, they'll change. The day there is not the enemy, it's us. You understand?
Yeah.
All right. I'll get two more and we move on. All right. Go ahead.
For they are a nation void of counsel, neither is there any understanding in them. Oh, that they were wise.
You understand that part?
Yeah. Oh, that they were wise, that they understood this, that they would consider their latter end. Okay. So if we was wise, in whatever we do, when we go into foolishness, if we was wise and understand the end result, and then that we were wise, we would consider our end, we wouldn't do it. If we understood the penalty, then we wouldn't do it.
That's what you want to look at, not going into foolishness, but you want to consider the adversity we going through. Like anybody who is wise would know that I touch the stove, I get burned. Damn. I go outside. Every time I go outside, something coming and hitting me. I would have started check me. I wouldn't start looking around I would start to check me. Why is it only happening to me? You understand?
Yeah.
If you would only do this and consider, maybe I would change. If I consider the end of this, because if I don't stop and change how I am, this thing will just continue all the way. It's like a parent disciplining a child. If the child had any sense, what would a child do?
Listen.
Listen.
They start to obey the parent. If that child had any sense, because in the dynamic of a parent to a child, who can go longer?
The parent, sir.
The parent. The parent can go longer. That child can only take so much. You get the point? A wise child would just understand that part. An unwise child wouldn't, and then what would the parent do?
Punish him, sir.
Keep going or increase the punishment. You get the point? That's the scenario here. You understand? Go ahead.
Right, Khan, verse 30. How should one chase 1,000 and two put 10,000 to flight, except their rock had sold them, and the Lord had shut them up?
Now that's the same thing that he was saying before. Our people is not looking at it like you battle. You see the U.P.K battle them Egyptologists. Tizar react all the time. And they say, what kind of God gonna send you into slavery? That's your God? That's what he'll do? Lord ain't do this to us. Their God wouldn't do that to them. Their son God and their woman is God. Surely she wouldn't do that to them. Right? And they question our God. But read this last part here again.
Another one can. How should one chase 1,000 and two put 10,000 to flight, except their rock had sold them, and the Lord had shut them up?
Right. So now he's explaining the power of the Lord. How could one chase 1,000 and two chase 10,000? This is how we would beat the heathens in times past. Right? One of us would put them to flight. Flip it. A slave plantation is more slaves than a slave master. You get the point? When we was beating them, how could we beat them unless their God done fled, sold out? Because our God is God. Flip it around. Plantation. How could we be on the plantation with these couple 5, 6 devils? And we don't rebel continuously and just take it over. Because the Lord punishing us. You understand?
Right.
Go ahead.
For their rock is not as our rock, even our enemies themselves being judges.
Right? Their rock is not like our rock, meaning their God is not our God. It's not the same. That's how you was able to beat them in the past. And flip it on the other side, slave plantation. Their God is not like our God. Their God didn't put us in slavery.
Right.
Our God did that. You get the point?
For their vine is the vine of Sodom, and their fields of Gomorrah. Their grapes are grapes of gall. Their clusters are bitter.
What does that mean?
We become like our nations become like Sodom and Gomorrah, basically.
It's not talking about us.
Oh, is that not talking? No, that's right.
Cap?
That the things that they stand for. I think gall is like poison.
Gall is like a bitter poison or bitter. Really, it's said right after. Like grapes are what? Sweet.
Sweet, come on.
But their grapes are gall. What they give for sweetness is really bitterness. You get the point?
Come on.
They are like Sodom and Gomorrah. Bunch of batty, man. You get the point? They're not like us. They're very effeminate. Very, very effeminate in their ways. I mean, you know, I hate to make the comparison. UK cups and American cups, this is just two different things. And American cups are effeminate. That's why they're so scared. That's why they get. I seen a video today, brother. They pull a brother over in Florida. He has a license to carry. He has a holstered weapon. Most people holster their weapon with one in the chamber. You don't want to carry and you still had a rack. You go in the ground. Yeah, I'm just trying to tell you. You're not that quick. This ain't John Wick, nigga. You want to have one ready to go. Yeah, you have to. You have to. I mean, shit, you do what you want. That's what I'm saying. The cop pulling the gun out, supposed to pull the holster out, everything together. The cop takes the gun out the holster while still attached to the brother, pull the trigger, shot the brother right in the leg. Not pull it out and shoot him. As she taking it out, shot him, and just walk away normal like she wanted to do it on purpose. Anybody who handles weapons know, if you're taking it off for somebody, you don't take the gun out. You don't know what's the stage of the gun. You can't assume it's unloaded. You can't assume it's not cocked. You can't assume you are one in. You take the whole thing out and then you go separately and clear it separately. She pulled it out, and as she pulling it out, pop, shot the brother right there. Right there in the leg. You get the point? Go ahead.
She's too calm. Like, when I watched that, she's so... They were saying to put the gun down. She's so calm. I've never seen that before.
Okay.
Like someone's just like, I'll be screaming.
A lot of them cops be on crack too. That's what you don't know. They be drug addicts. Right? So either she did it on purpose because she wanted stripes to shoot somebody, or she's somebody that ain't been trained and they just took her along. Who the hell knows? But they be so scared. They're very coward. And they brutalize us. Over here, I mean, it's either way, they're both feminine. One is more feminine than the other. They're not masculine in how they handle things. They're quick to lie to you. You get the point? Like these nations are Sodom and Gomorrah. This is why is rainbow flag everywhere. You get the point? The grapes are of gall, the clusters are bitter. The wine is the poison of dragons and cruel venom of asps. The things that are supposed to be sweet, that naturally are good, getting it from them is horrible. It's poisonous. It's not good for us. It's a metaphor. It's comparing their lifestyle to us. And is the Lord saying, why would we want to be like them and be with them and cleave to them? It don't make sense because everything they have is just, it's on the wrong side of things. You get the point? You understand, Sisapwan?
So it's like I don't. So I understand what it said, but I don't understand it right. When we're reading up here, it's saying, it's saying about the hands of the. I was thinking is the hands of the enemies, that the Lord didn't want to be proud, etc. But then when it comes to this bit, then it's the enemies. So it's the flip. It's
the hands of the. Okay, which part are you talking about?
Like 27, in between the 27 there, where the Lord says, lest they should say our hands have done this. That's our people, but then when it gets down to here, it's now I don't get how it's transferred over now to being the oppressor here. That bit I get what it's saying. Their goal is bitter and so on, but I don't get how it being the enemies now.
Let me just help you out. All right. So 27 is two parts. All right. It's saying
say that again. Another one.
27 is two parts.
Two folds, other one. Two folds?
Two parts. It's two parts of it. Like part 1 and part 2.
Okay. 27.
Would not that I feared the wrath of the enemy. Don't think that I fear these heathens doing something back. That's what he's saying. Don't think that I fear the heathens doing something back, lest their adversaries. What does that mean? Who's the there?
Their adversaries.
1 second, let me get it.
That's what the oppressors are out.
Who is the there?
Their adversaries. Slug you. The oppressors.
No. Who's the oppressor's adversary?
Their adversary.
If they
Slakia, yeah. All right, yeah. Lest their adversaries, our adversary, yeah. Our adversary. Yeah.
So he's saying, don't think, the Lord is saying, don't think that I'm scared of the repercussions from these heathens. Don't think that I ain't coming to deliver you because I'm scared of these heathens. Lest their adversaries, the Israelites' adversaries, which are the same heathens, behave themselves strangely. How would they behave themselves strangely?
That's Salakia, yeah. By being proud.
By thinking they did it. And if they did it, what would we say? We would say God didn't do it. They did it.
That's right.
Do you get it?
Yeah. Right.
They would get proud. They'll start to behave themselves. Like we say today.
Yeah.
Hey, what do we say? Man, you acting brand new. What's the Benjamin way of saying it?
Stush.
You acting stush and bullsh. You there's a few others. It didn't come into mind now. But there's a few other ways we say it for somebody who acting, you acting brand new. You acting a little different now. You feeling himself. You know what I mean? Or you let that go to your head. Your head swell now. Or what did it say, buddy? Not frontish.
Stush, bush,
no, it's an old school one. It's an old school one. Come on,
it's one of them like bragger, like a braggadocious.
Oh, they say that too, but there's a real disrespectful old school one, like
Bossy.
Bossy, all that is new. It'll come to me. It'll come to me. I might remember, but there's a real old school one, like, hair on your balls type shit, like that. You think you're something growing, you're managed, something like that. But it's all mean the same thing. Like you start to think yourself more. You start to, act new. Lest the heathen start to act new. And they didn't say to themselves, the Lord didn't do this. When we have to understand, the heathens are to blame, but the Lord did it. So if we wanted to stop, okay, let me don't give this here. Let me ask you this one thing. Let me see if you get this. If it is that the heathens did it to us, how would we make it stop? To Zap 1.
If we know the heathens did it to us,
how would we, if we think that the heathens are the one who did it to us, what would we do?
So we would want to retaliate. We would want to get arms.
No. We never want to retaliate. Go on, get a young brother in the back. Cap.
We would inquire back of them, go to them.
Give me a little more. Explain what you mean when you say inquire back.
Okay, then you said your question was if they were the ones doing it.
If we think as a people,
yeah,
we think that the heathens, they're the ones who really put us in. God didn't do it. It's the heathens.
Yeah.
What would that make us do now?
We would go and plead back to them.
Give him a hand. We would go to them and suck up to them. Assalamu alaikum, my brother. Wallahi, biscuits rakim, gargling all that throat down, all that spit down here in your throat, because you want to be so kind to these heathens. You want to be good, so you brother this and brother that. You shave your head like Dave Lamy and get a suit and tie and go up in there, and Madam Speaker, I want to talk about my colleague over here and something, and our people from something, Keir Starmer. You want to go and show them that you such a good nigger. And maybe if you get them to like you, the oppression would stop.
That's right.
And that's how our people think today. Our people don't believe God is the one who punishing us.
That's right.
Our people believe the heathens this and there's good in everybody and bad in everybody and this and bullshit.
That's right.
You are a father. And your father busting your ass right now. He's wearing you out with that belt. And any child would say, okay, I ain't going to do it no more. Any child would do that.
That's
And
right.
that's the point the Lord trying to make here. The Lord is
Right.
trying to make the point that you my child, nigga.
That's right.
Right.
You mine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you ain't mine? No problem. No problem. Take this. Handle this.
Right.
Since you're bigger than. Since I didn't do it. Since I didn't do it, no problem.
That's right.
I'll do this until you figure it out that
Right.
I did it. And if you reach the end of your life and you didn't figure it out, guess what? I have the power to bring you back again in reincarnation and bust your ass again.
That's right.
That's right.
You understand this, Apple?
Another one, yeah, yeah.
And the Lord is a man, brother. And okay, he's not a man like me and you where we fallible and susceptible to lust. But he is a man we share commonality with him in terms of the way we want to rule and want the credit and the glory from our house. You get the point? Every man could understand that. Any man could understand that shit. That's how we make the Lord feel. When you talk about my anger burning hot. I'm hot, I'm wrath. Remember, the Lord told Moses, I don't know if you remember this, the Lord told Moses he was going to kill everybody and raise up a whole new nation with Moses' seed.
Right.
The 12 tribes of Israel will all be Levites today. The Lord was angry, and that's how our Father is, brother. That's how our Father is. You're not giving him peace in that house. Everybody got to get no peace now.
That's right.
Everybody got to get, and that's how the Lord is. And anybody who is wise would learn to appease the Lord, would turn back to the Lord, would inquire of the Lord at least inquire, Lord, what's going on? Right. Wrong.
That's right.
Start to show you what you're doing wrong.
Right.
Start to show it to you. Because we done ran to the heathens before. We done ran to Islam, ran to Christianity, ran to Rastafarianism, ran to Egyptology, Scientology, every other, and nothing worked. Nothing has worked. You understand this, Zapone?
Yeah, kind of on cancer, yeah.
All right, no sweat. I'm going to stop there to Zapone. I want to get some more in, all right?
Yeah, no sweat on, yeah.
Anybody have any other questions that need answering?
If I could.
Go ahead. You need the mic, all right, sis?
I just wanted a breakdown in Galatians 5:1-6. I'm reading that scripture, the scriptures, and it's not that I don't get it. I don't get it because I don't understand why it's saying it's appearing like to me when I read it. It's just to say the old law's done away with. So I want to understand.
Let me ask you this before I even go here, right? Before I even get the scripture, what do you know about the law?
I know that.
Let's start there. What do you know?
I know that the law, when the Lord brought it to Moses, was a list of many things that we have to follow by.
No, that's we're gonna lay a foundation for you now. Okay. That's not the law. The law is not things we have to follow.
Okay.
That's not the law. The law is made up of what? Who knows?
Using those.
If I could, sir.
It's like,
1 second, Rabban.
If you do this, this will happen.
Yes. If you do this, this is the consequence. Statutes and judgment. A statement and a punishment. That's a law. The law doesn't say don't speed. The law says if you speed in this zone, automatic $50 fine, points on your license. If it's a 2-time offense, suspension, that's what the law states. So when the judgment comes, the officer reads the law. The law is really talking to the officer. The law is not talking to you. Culture talks to you. From the law comes culture. Comes the cult. So now your parents will teach you how to not get judged, how to not get punished. Just like today's society, your parents teach you how to do what? Not go to jail. It's the same thing. So that's the law. So now understanding that law is statutes and judgments. It's punishments. That's what law is, a punishment. You're breaking the law, you're going to get punished. That's against the law. The law says if you're doing this, you're going to get that. So really the spirit of the law is saying don't do that. That's the spirit of the law. But the law says if a man lay with a man, he had to get both of them shall get put to death. That's what the law says. The spirit of the law says if you're a man, you better not go lay with another man. That's the spirit of it. Once again, if they were wise and they had considered the end of it, they wouldn't do it. You get the point? That's the law. So the law is not the do's and don'ts. The law is you ain't in this house by 6. I'm gonna bust your ass as you come through the door. That's the law. And most of us, we ain't coming at 6. If we realize it's close to 6, I can't come in. And I come in at 9 or 10 when I think they sleep. And you don't know the way in the room. You get the point? So go ahead. Where we at? Galatians 1?
5, 1 to 6.
All right, let's get it.
Galatians 5:1. Stand fast, therefore, in the liberty wherewith Christ has made us free.
All right, let's get that part. Stand fast, therefore, in the liberty in which Christ has made us free. Let me hear you, sir. Mike, please. No swear.
That'd be like free from the punishments of the law.
Give her a hand, she can gain it now. Listen, all you need is a new foundation. Once you have that new foundation, you could build on that foundation. You got to really throw away everything you learned in your life before, because the whole context of how you think is from the church. And it's not just you, this is everybody. Everybody, the whole context of how we think, how we see things, how we understand things is from the church. You got to get rid of that. You got to get rid of that and come with you got to lay something brand new foundation. Now you could go up from there, but that foundation ain't moving. Christ came to free us from the punishment because we was a nation of sinners. Remember the woman caught in adultery? It wasn't a rumor. She was caught. Meaning what? She was caught in the act. You understand? She was caught in the act. She was guilty. This was not a case of bring the evidence and witnesses. She was caught. They brought her before Christ, and Christ said what? Which one of you all who is not guilty, who is not a sinner, who did never break the law, cast the first stone? I just need one. You remember, it's a multitude. I just need one person to start the killing, and then you all could kill her. Nobody could do it. We were a nation of sinners. You understand? Christ came to free us from the punishment. Come on.
What makes it? How would this look like? Because we're a nation of people that got certain man in charge, and you got Paul and Yahushua come with something that's new. What's stopping these men from saying, I don't listen to what you men are saying? We're doing
Say
this.
that one more time.
Like, for instance, Yahushua and Paul are bringing something that's different, should I say? And we got scribes and Pharisees that's been doing shit for years, should I say? And Paul saying, let no man judge you, let no man do this, or like how would that look like? Like a new thing on the scene.
How would what look like? The rejection, or what Paul and Christ is? What
Christ speaking like something new on the scene? Is it like, I'm gonna listen to this man? These men are lying. Moses is otherwise, or these men are bringing something new, some false doctrine. How would it look like at that time? So like,
okay, it would look like how it look in now.
Okay.
It's like, okay, don't let the time period fool you. It's the same. It's the exact same thing. We saying it now, and they'll say what? You coming with some new Israelite shit. I ain't following that. The Israelites was the youngest nation. We talking about Kemet, that's 5,000 years old. You coming with some new shit. Same thing. It's the same thing. And just to clarify, in the time of Christ, it wasn't new. That's how it was supposed to be from the beginning. We didn't get it. Moses grew wary of us. We damn near done made Moses sin against the Lord. Moses ain't getting the kingdom because we were so hard-headed. And Moses made some adjustments for us. And that's been our culture all the way to Christ, where we were zealous for judgment, but not zealous to obey the spirit of the law. We were zealous for, oh, he a thief, cut his hand off. Or she adulteress, stone her, while you go stealing and committing adultery at the same time. Just like today. We zealous for judgment. Somebody do you something wrong, you call up the crew, y'all load up, clip up, get the bats, get with the pipe, whatever y'all get here now, and y'all corner somebody by the bus stop and beat them to death, and then go get high and have sex with somebody and go molest a child. You shouldn't be able to touch nobody.
Okay.
Right.
It's Trump. He's a felon deporting immigrants for breaking the law.
Right.
You a criminal.
That's right.
You get the point? It's the same. It's the exact same thing. But we didn't understand what the Lord wanted in the beginning because our hearts are so hard. We are carnal people. You get the point? That's one drawback to us being so fly. We're so carnal. We're very carnal, and we like to do whatever the hell we want to do. And we didn't understand the spirit of it. Just like a child with a parent. A parent tell you come in the house at a certain time. Don't hang out with these people. To that child, you being a,
killjoy.
You being a dickhead. You just, I don't know why you on me so much. That child don't understand the spirit of what you trying to do. You get the point? They don't understand it. We didn't understand it up until Christ. Christ was supposed to make us understand what our culture and how we were really supposed to be. You get the point?
Go
ahead.
Verse 2. Verse 1 again, sir?
No, go ahead.
Verse 2. Behold, I, Paul, say unto you.
Hold on, Galatians 1?
Galatians 5 and 1.
5. So that was at 1. Okay, Salaki, read 1 again. Salaki about that.
No sweat. Galatians 5 and 1. Stand fast, therefore, in the liberty wherewith Christ has made us free, and not be entangled again with the yoke of bondage.
Right. What? Okay, you said Christ made us free from the punishment of the law. So what would the yoke of bondage be?
What would be the punishments?
Well, the yoke of bondage would be you're a criminal now.
Okay.
So it's like you in bonds now.
Okay.
You get the point? So because of that now, the Lord made you free. You don't have to go on death row no more. You understand? It's like just think like a child. Your parents tell you don't play around. Every Benjamin had a cabinet where only certain people eat from and drink from about 2 times for the year.
It's a front room.
Yeah.
It's a front room.
Oh, it's a front. No. Listen, you all got the cabinet too. You probably didn't know. It's a cabinet with certain plates and certain cups.
And the glass.
Yeah.
That's all you open up and shit. And they're so cruel. They make the damn door of the cabinet glass. Yeah, so the child is looking. I remember. Listen. Listen. I'm from the old school. The cabinet in my spot had a key. And you put in a chair to climb up and open that shit. And you just want to touch the glass. Because in there they say you can't touch that. And as a child, children like to touch shit. You do some shit, the shit fall and break. So now you move all the cups up front. So at first glance, it looked like the whole inventory there. Sweep up that glass, throw it away. And every time they hear your name, you thinking, oh shit, they find out. And for about a week or 2 weeks, sometimes 2 months pass. But you under gangster panic. You ain't sleeping right. You're quiet. What's wrong with you? You quiet now. I'm all right. And you nervous. And what if somebody walks in the house and just buy the glass back and say, I saw what you did? Again. You're going to be like, oh, thank the Lord. You don't have to live like that no more. That's free from the yoke of bondage. You ain't on death row no more. You ain't walking on X. You're hoping nobody special come. Because everyone is pop that cabinet. You all know Benjamin, you get beat in front of the guests. You get in your house whoop in front of the guests. It ain't private. Go ahead. Oh my God, your dog's dead. Your dog's dead. You get somebody and your uncle or your cousin come from foreign. Oh yeah, come in. Hey, so set the table. Well, somebody come in and say, hey man, I saw what you did. Here's a new glass. Don't do that shit no more. You ain't touching that cabinet. You get it? That's being free from the yoke of bondage. You understand? All right, let's go.
Verse 2. Behold, I, Paul, say unto you, that if you be circumcised, Christ shall profit you nothing. For I testify again to every man that is circumcised, that he is a debtor to the whole law.
All right, stop right there. What does that first part mean? Behold, I say unto you that if ye be circumcised, Christ shall profit you nothing. Come on, sis.
Was it at the time that people were bragging about being circumcised and saying, well, I'm circumcised, I'm more than you? sort of thing.
Okay, what is the circumcision? What is that?
Is it the physical things, Lucky? Or
It's cutting the foreskin off the penis at 8 days old, right? Go ahead. So how does Christ profit you nothing?
Because if you circumcise physically, it's more about spiritually, isn't it?
Don't go that far. Stick with the foundation.
I don't know.
Okay. What? Come on, sis.
I think
Mike, please.
Sorry. I think it means even if you've been circumcised, if you're not living the life,
don't go there. If you're circumcised, Christ profits you nothing.
If I could, sir.
Come on, Rabban.
Is it saying that, okay, if you're circumcised, then that means you've kept the law?
So if you kept the law.
So Christ died to escape those who have sinned the second time.
If you kept the law, you don't need somebody to come free you because you ain't in the yokes of bondage. That's the older brother and sister coming back. You break that glass, and they're laughing at you. Watch it. Watch how you're scared. Mommy, come see this. And you're like, yo, don't talk. You see my new shoes, and then just to frighten you. They ain't circumcised. They ain't break no law. Christ ain't profiting them nothing. They don't. It's not for them. Read on.
Other one can. For I testify to every man.
No, after circumcised. 3.
Come on, Khan. For I testify again.
Verse hold on. Oh, it's not here. Go ahead, you right.
For I testify again to every man that is circumcised, that he is a debtor to the whole law.
So he's saying, I testify to every man who is circumcised. If you're circumcised, you're supposed to obey every law. So if you're obeying every law, Christ and profits in you. It's like a doctor. If you're healthy, what is medicine going to do for you? Medicine is for somebody who's sick. Unless you're not healthy. You get the point? Unless you're not healthy, then you need this medicine. Unless you ain't kept the law, now you need your Yahushua. You understand? Keep reading.
Come on. Verse 4. Christ is become of no effect unto you.
Exactly. What Christ did, it's no effect to you. Because you obey the law, right? You righteous. So Christ can be your Lord and Savior, Christian, because you obey the law. Or, I forget, there's no law to obey with the Christians. So you get the point? Go ahead.
Come. Whosoever of you are justified by the law, ye are fallen from grace.
Come on, read it again.
Whosoever of you are justified by the law, ye are fallen from grace.
So if whosoever you are justified by the law, ye are fallen from grace. What does that mean?
So like you don't. If it justified, is that the law of circumcision, right?
Well, the law. It doesn't say the law of circumcision. It just says the law. It used circumcision as an example of the law. All right, I'm gonna come to you, Rada. Come on.
Slakia, can I read that one more time?
No sweat. Read it one more time.
No sweat. For whosoever of you are justified by the law, ye are fallen from grace.
Is it saying if you're if you're already you're already saved, then you don't need the grace? If you're already what was said before, if you're already not whole, I can't see whole. If you're already keeping the law, then you don't need Christ. You don't need grace. In other words,
you answer it. You answer it. Let me get this sister good. Go ahead.
Slack it. I'll just get a shot. If it says justified by the law, like you said, the law is if you do this, then you're punished. I don't get that you fallen from grace. It's like a bad thing. So.
Okay, if you are justified by the law, according to the law, justified means made right. All right, somebody, hold on, Rada. Let me get Rada.
I was gonna say, like, the verse what you said before about the circumcision, like these people, they've already got the law, they're already meant to be justified by the law, but they've gone away from it, they fell from grace. That basically is
okay. The grace is a period to get right. So
if I could, sir,
I don't want to give you the whole thing. Go ahead, hold on, let me get Rob on.
Come on, say if I could, I was gonna say, is it almost being sarcastic in a way where we're dealing with people who think that they're keeping the law, they think that they're justified the law, they've kept the law, so they don't need Christ. So he's almost saying, okay, well, you know, you've fallen. It's like
you're saying it right. So someone said it down near the closest. He said it down near the closest. I think a lot of people are thinking ahead with it. Just stay right here with it. If you're justified, he said Christ has become to no effect unto you. If you say that you don't kept the law, then it's not really for you. Because Christ has come to free those who in bondage, who facing death. Right? And if you're facing death, if somebody say, man, I'm gonna let you go and I'm gonna put you on probation instead of death. I'm gonna give you time to see if you can get right. Somebody would take that.
Right.
But if it is that I'm already right, I'm justified by the law. You look at the law, I ain't getting punished. I'm good. Then I'm falling from grace. I don't need grace.
Right. You don't need grace. That's it. Right.
I don't need the grace. So down the same thing where you saying, Rabban, there's a bit of sarcasm there too. It's like Paul is trying to teach something to people who ain't getting it. And to make them get it, he have to down there jump on their side and walk the steps with them to show them this is some bullshit you're talking.
Oh, God.
You understand? This year when you talking here, you see how this is bullshit, right? You see it yet? All right, let's walk some more. Many times you don't get that in council, in class. Somebody walking you down your point and it's like, okay, yeah, I see it. Let's go back. Let's go back that way and go left instead. You get the point? Where we at? Oh, Slack, you're saying something? No. Oh, okay, keep going.
Come on. Verse 5. For we, through the Spirit, wait for the hope of righteousness by faith.
We, through the Spirit, we wait on that. We wait for that grace period. We wait on the hope of righteousness through faith. Meaning we're going to take that grace period and we're going to start a work. We believe, we learn this thing, we believe it, now we put it into play. And we hoping for hope of righteousness, meaning to be made right. All right, go ahead.
Verse 6. For Jesus Christ, neither for in Jesus Christ, neither circumcision availeth anything, nor uncircumcision, for faith which worketh by love.
Right? But faith which worketh by love. In Christ, the circumcision didn't avail it anything, neither the uncircumcision. Because really everybody is a sinner. That's what he's saying. It's like this thing here, really, it ain't avail it nothing. Because everybody is a sinner. The people outside of Jerusalem is the uncircumcision. The people in Jerusalem is the circumcision. There's really no difference when you look at it because everybody done broke the law. The ones outside following the heathens. The one in Jerusalem, all circumcised on the 8th day, but become adulterers, become fornicators, become, alcoholics, become, everything else. You get the point?
Oh, God.
In Christ come on the scene now, everybody gain a fresh start. Everybody starting over. Go ahead.
Cut one cut.
Hold on 1 second, Kat.
I just wanted to touch base. So basically, Paul's saying that for those who are uppity, you think that you're keeping the whole law, that Christ is not for you. He's saying that Christ is for everybody.
Okay, it's sarcasm down there. It's like he's saying okay, imagine how to describe it for you. It's like somebody who says, okay, I'll give you a good one. We have a food program in the UK, right? Under Command Johnny Hand. Give him a hand. That's right. Set up a whole charity in the UK. It's a government charity recognized by the UK government. We ain't working for the government, but they recognize our, how to say sovereign. they recognize our ability that the generals set up to help Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian people. And we have, food upon food to give away, non-perishables, diapers, feminine products, all that type of stuff. And we advertise it all the time. How many calls you get from the UK outside of the school? UK people who want food? Damn near none. So what is UK telling me? They don't need no food. All right. You don't need no food. Okay. Now in a second, Tesco shelves gonna be empty. As that shelves gonna be empty, don't come. You don't need no food, right?
That's right.
You wouldn't have no problem with sending some food to Jamaica. You wouldn't have that problem, right? That wouldn't be a problem for you. You wouldn't have a problem if we go on the ends and we start feeding people and some packies come up and some white men come and we give them the food. They come in. We give away the food. You shouldn't have no problem because you said I told you didn't need none. That's that. Oh, you keep the law. You circumcised. Well, then Christ ain't come for you. You can't, what's the big deal? He come. You good. You see you good, right? You get the point. That's kind of what he's rocking with. Slack shit up.
With this, like, why was Paul saying this? Were people like boasting? Like, why was?
Okay, when the whole New Testament damn near is Paul trying to bring the 9.5 tribes, not the 9.5 because they're already gone, the scattered, not the 9.5. At this time, the majority of the northern kingdom is in America at this time. Paul is trying to bring the scattered who's remained in Asia Minor, which is just around Jerusalem, just around Israel, Turkey, Iran, Iraq, Corinth, Greece, Rome. He's trying to bring the scattered who's living out there back into the fold. The brothers and sisters in Jerusalem is not accepting them. They don't want no parts of it. And that's why the circumcision come up, because it's like they ain't even circumcised. The very first law, they ain't even obeying. How you want me to hang out with them? There's a part here with Paul, John, who is Christ's physical brother. And who is it? Paul is sitting with Peter. And Peter was in charge of the whole nation once Christ left. He was Christ's right-hand man. Peter was in charge. Paul is sitting with Peter and some brothers who was not born in Jerusalem. Finally get Peter to sit down with them and talk and, treat the brothers like brothers. Because Peter had a problem with it. John, who is Christ's physical brother, walked into the room. Peter saw John and got up and left. Because he didn't want John to see him hanging with them.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's the whole New Testament is all about you think you obeying the law. You're not. These people need to obey the law. Really, everybody needs to. You have to accept them. You get the point? The whole New Testament is that. Go ahead.
One last question, Slucky. So, like, these people, they thought they were obeying the law, but really, is Paul saying they're not?
Yes.
Can't.
It's really that. It's really like, if you obey the law, then Christ is not going to profit you. If you think you're obeying the law, then you're good to go. You ain't going to die. But just like that child who broke the glass, what does that child know? My cutter show it book. It's just a matter of when. Same way. They're saying, yeah, we good. We circumcised. We in Jerusalem. We keeping Passover. But they know they ain't living right. Which is why they dropped the stones when Christ said, cast it for the stone. They know they're not living right. So he's saying, well, if you circumcise and you got the Passover and everything like that, Christ, this is not for you. Christ ain't really come for you. It's really these people. In their mind, in their heart of hearts, they know they need that. But to get that, they have to do what? Be humble and step off the high horse and come down low. Which is why most people don't like to walk through them doors. Y'all give yourselves a hand. That's right. Y'all walk through these doors. And the minute you walk through these doors in your spirit, you know I'm sick, I'm a sinner, and I need help. I need to learn how to change. And brother, not everybody has that strength. Sisters, not everybody has that strength or humility or brotherhood. Most people are proud and puffed up. Proud and puffed up and think they're fine. No problem. You don't need this. You don't need this. Don't come call us when the packy is beating you.
That's right.
Don't come call us when the white man extorting you. Don't. Because you said you didn't need this. Or you do need it. All right, no problem. Come on. Most of our people are like that. That's how we are. You tell them, oh yeah, I know Christ is back. Yeah, you're a Jew. Yeah, I know all about that. Nigga, what the fuck you know? What you really know? What you know? You're sucking on a cigarette right now. What you know? You get the point? That's our people. That's really what is going on. And Paul is just letting them know, listen, man, Christ come to set the whole thing, give you everybody a fresh start. Because right now the whole nation gone. Remember, Paul was proud too. Paul grew up learning all of this. But he was on the side of what? The Romans. He was the one who would arrest Israelites, persecute Israelites. Paul had to get knocked down and humbled. The Lord had to blind him for him to get humble. You remember that?
Yeah.
He had to do that to Paul. God damn. What do you think the rest of us doing? You understand? So that's the whole New Testament. That's what he's saying there. All right, let's read on.
Verse 4. Christ is become of no effect unto you. Whosoever of you are justified by the law, ye are fallen from grace.
Go ahead.
For we, through the Spirit, wait for the hope of righteousness by faith.
We went through that.
For in Jesus Christ, neither circumcision availeth anything, nor uncircumcision, but faith which worketh by love.
Right? Christ is the reset. So it don't matter what you did in the past. It matters what you do from this day forward.
That's right.
Christ is the reset. And brother, we all need that reset, whether we want to admit it or not. Whether we want to admit it or not, we all need it. God damn. We need it. You know how much of us forget some of the shit we done did in our teenage years and in the 20s or whatever. We don't forget it. But if somebody you meet from back then, you see them, what do? You hail them up? Nah, you turn the other way because it's like, yo, I don't want that person to see me. That shit we just do right there. Some you gotta look the other way. Hey, Chimney. Look at your name. Hey, Chimney. Hey, Chimney. You used to call him Chimney. Hey, you know why? He was always smoking, but your man was always smoking. And you're like, yeah. How to go in? Where you going? Go and smoke? Yeah, I mean, go ahead, brother. You had your hand up. No sweat. Come on with it.
How long is the grace? Will Christ give the grace period to an individual?
That's a good question.
For changing.
That's a very good question, and it's worded right. Individual. It's not a nationwide thing that ends on the 5th of March 2065. It's individual, which means what? You could leave this building tonight and get hit by a bus. Your grace ended. Or you could leave this building tonight and live till 95. And you have how much ever X amount of years of grace until Christ returns.
That's right.
Your grace ends if you die and when Christ returns. It's a combination of that. Because you could die and come back in reincarnation. We pray that every Israelite who dies, there's some more here if you all want to. If you want to pass it around, if anybody need a drink, all right? You'll get down. It's no problem with me. Let me get a little top up here. Hold on. Because I know there ain't no grace in this bottle. I know once the grace leave this, once the bottle leave this table. It's fallen from the grace. Y'all go ahead, have fun. Y'all go ahead. If it come back to me, most I Christ. If not, yeah, I mean, I got some. Yeah, I mean. So that's how it is. Remember, the scriptures say, "He that endureth till the end, the same shall be saved." So, individual thing, this is what you got to do: live every day like it's your last.
That's right.
Live every day like it's your last, and do it the Israelite way, not the heathen way. The heathen gonna snort all the coke he could, have all the sex with the whores he could. When he done with the whores, he go for the men. You get the point? He'll go off because it's my last day. Live it up. If this is our last day, what do? Be at peace with all of them. That's right. Fun over here. Spend time with the kids. Do this. Obey. You try to obey God as much as you could, and you go to sleep. And if you wake up the next day, you do it all over again. That's how your life should be. But in here, the Israelite school of I.S.U.P.K, we follow the tenets of the Bible. Commander General YAHANNA taught us the militant structure of the Bible. And in here, brothers are expected to go out and fish other brothers and sisters into the truth. Sisters are expected to assist the brothers in here in the work of the Lord in every single way they can, and be an example in the public to fish other sisters in or brothers in. You get the point? Not by teaching, but by how they carry themselves. You get the point? That's our life until Christ comes back.
That's right.
Or until we die. It could happen. You could die in service, or you could see the chariots. I pray I could see the chariots, boy, because I want to see the look on these devils' faces. I want to see the look on their faces. What you looking at? Oh, that. Oh, yeah.
That's for me still.
Say again?
That's for me still. If you don't watch that.
Yeah, exactly. That's for me. You don't need that. So you nobody. You a Christian. You celebrate Christmas, right? Yeah, he coming for us. Don't worry about that. Yeah, cherry up. Right? Let's finish up this call. I want to get that Passover.
Canada one card. Come. Verse 6. For in Jesus Christ neither circumcision availeth anything, nor uncircumcision, but faith which worketh by love.
Go ahead.
Verse 7. Ye did run well. Who did hinder you that ye should not obey the truth? This persuasion cometh not of him that calleth you.
Hold on, where you wanted? Up to 6 or 7? Up to 6. All right, we good to go. All right, we good to go at 6. All right, where we at? Any more questions? Since you had your hand up, right? Go ahead.
It was the first. Sorry, it was First Samuel 19, verse 20.
Cap, so slack it. Go ahead and take the sweet sister. I'm gonna be right back.
23 and 24.
First Samuel
19, 23 and 24.
First Samuel 19,
23, 24.
23, 24. Read that, Baba Kushar. Anyone got that? First Samuel 19, 23, 24.
First Samuel chapter 19, verse 23. And he went thither to Nahath in Ramah, and the Spirit of God was upon him also, and he went on. And he went on and prophesied until he came to Nahath in Ramah.
Come on.
24. And he stripped off his clothes also and prophesied before Samuel in like manner, and laid down naked all that day and all the night. Wherefore they say, is Saul also among the prophets?
Okay, so what's your question regarding that?
About when it says stripped off naked, like wow.
When it says naked does it? Someone get me naked in the blue letter. Naked doesn't mean butt naked. Naked. For instance, if you see a solicitor without his tie, you be like, "Yo, it's naked." This King Saul took off his priestly garments,
right,
and was in regular garments. That's what it means to be naked. Like good man will say, "Yo, I'm naked." I mean, I ain't got my good on me. Naked doesn't mean butt naked. So King Saul got happy and was good. I'm crazy. Oh shit, got happy. And I said, "Yo, this naked man. This is the king, and he ain't got the crown on him. This is the king, and he got regular got pajamas on. Like he's naked. Go on, bro, get me naked in the Bible dictionary. You know that naked is what is without your tunic. I believe it says. If you got it in Bible Kushar, in the Bible dictionary, get me naked in the blue letter.
Come on, dictionary.
In the blue letter, in the bottom part, you know that to what naked is not have a tunic on or have half your garment on. I believe.
Come on, I have naked in the Bible dictionary. It says naked. The Hebrew and Greek words so translated mean without any clothing or poorly clad. Poorly clad.
Keep going.
Without an outer garment.
There you go. The outer garment. So imagine you go to the bank and you see the banker with no tie on. You see the banker with no blazer. Like, fuck, what's wrong with this? Is it just on Friday? You're not just properly. He ain't naked. His nipples ain't showing. You know, you're not naked, but like it's not just properly. You're seeing the king happy. The king's happy. We beat the Philistines, and he's naked. What's the king supposed to just like? The Piccadilly crown on. But he's happy. He's like, yo, fuck this. Took that off. Yo, he's happy. He's getting down. That's what it means why King Saul was naked. We beat the Philistines. He's happy. He's partying. She's not dressed clad. Clad is like you clad a building. It's what you dress like. He's improperly clad, improperly dressed. He's happy. He's not wearing his king, his ephod, crown, his garment, his outer cloak, his cape around him. He's having fun. And that's what I mean by King Saul was naked. That's what I mean. Not that he was butt naked and whatnot. But he was having fun. He was happy. He beat the Philistines and he took off his priestly garments. Just like how a policeman, if you saw a policeman with his police badge, you're like, yo, he's naked. He ain't just right. Read that again, Baba Kashar.
Can't see. I was like the verse or the
definition one more time, Baba Kashar.
Can't see. Poorly clad without an outer garment.
Poorly clad, poorly dressed without his outer garment. What's the outer garment today? A blazer, tie, the cufflinks. You saw Keir Starmer without that. You're like, yo, he's naked. He ain't dressed properly. That's what they're talking about. King Saul wasn't naked. His nipples weren't showing. You feel me? He was put slack as No, the sister was reading about King Saul was naked. So I got a different definition of what naked means. Like he was poorly clad, he didn't have a garment on.
I got you.
Not butt naked, but I've on what the dictionary, the definition
of naked biblically. Yeah, it's not. Don't take naked as like today. Once again, the oppressor, his grapes are grapes of gall.
Okay.
So for him, the word naked, the bitter naked, butt naked. Biblically, naked is, women who go out for carnival. How are they dressed? Naked.
Yeah.
They ain't butt naked, but shit, I can't tell. At this point, the UN glitter like it's a garment. You get the point?
Oh God.
That's what that is. We are really a people. Like for the oppressor, he's so literal. Naked had to mean butt naked. For us, it's like, let me just say this too. UPK culture, right? Now you might be in your own home, you and your rib, or you and your husband if you're a sister. That's fine. You can walk around how you want. You around them kids, you cover up. You don't wear the vest, the wife beater, brothers and sisters. Don't walk around with the battery rider, sister. Now, if it's for your husband, that's fine. But you don't want the kids to see you underdressed. He could see you underdressed because consider the end of him seeing you underdressed. There's an end to that, and that's good. But them kids, you don't want to expose them. They have to make sense of everything, and they need to see you properly dressed. The oppressor makes you think it's okay to see each other naked. Like after a certain age, your kids, you can't see your children naked, and you have to make them know you can't see them naked. You got to train them up early and get them to be able to go to the bathroom on their own and take a bath on their own. And if you had to go in there and help them, you had to walk in backwards and say, no, I can't look at you. I can't look at you. You might have to take a peek to make sure they ain't burning themselves or whatever. But you don't want to be in the habit of walking around naked in front of kids and shit like that, or underdressed. And the same thing, like if you might be living with brothers and sisters. You might have to live in the same home, multiple families. Once you walk out of that bedroom with you and your rib, or you and your husband, keep a robe by the door and put it on. Don't think because you've been just living together for years, that is okay, that's just so and so, I could see them naked and, no. No, I'm going to come to you, Sister Anna first. Go ahead, pass the thing. Oh, yeah, I was going to say something?
Yeah, I remember years ago, you told me that a brother doing the service without a headpiece or girdle, he said the shit's just, it's naked. Not proper. It's like, he's wearing incomplete clothing, his garment's incomplete, it says naked.
It's naked? Yeah. It's similar to that, like how we would say, like this table is adorned. But some people will just sit on here with, a Bible, the table is naked. You get the point?
Like obviously the exceptions like physicians and stuff like that within rule.
Yeah, because you're not walking around naked, you're removing your clothes for a purpose. Because if getting naked in front of the physician was a problem, you couldn't have sex. Because now you have to remove your garment for your husband or similar for your wife. You get the point? You're removing it for a purpose. You ain't removing it and going outside among your everyday business. That's different. You get the point?
Should we is it like not in the in the faith to request like a female one, or do we just
say that one more time?
Like, you know, if there's like only male, if there's like male and female nurses or whatever, should we request a female one? Like,
Okay, if you're more comfortable with it, you talk to your husband about it and see. I know where I stand with that shit. if I'm in there, I had to be in there too. Salakia. We both gonna find out, huh, nigga? But you know, if it makes you more comfortable, you can. What you want to do is like, these are professionals. Like, don't think that, you know, far into it. If they're thinking that they're a sick ass bastard, that ain't got nothing to do with you. But if you're more comfortable, it makes sense. You're a female for a female, male for a male. Once again, we are a people who are people. The white man, you go in there, he said a man to deal with you. That shit is dishonorable. You know what I mean? Hold on, the brother back there had a question.
Yeah, what came to me, Captain, was the scriptures in Leviticus about don't uncover the nakedness of your father and things like that, you know, and your mother.
But that's not
a bit different.
No, it is that, but it's not only talking about the clothing. Nakedness is also something that could embarrass you. You understand? Remember, Ham laughed at Noah when he was drunk. Shem and Japheth walked into the tent backwards. Just like what I just said, if you had to go assist your child in the bathroom, you could turn around and cover your eyes to let them know you're not looking at their shame. You get the point? They'll know they're not supposed to look at me. So when you send them to school, if some old pedophile in there trying to come in the bathroom with them, they'll say, no, you're not supposed to be in here. But if you get them used to you taking off and you seeing their parts and they're looking at you, you're looking at them, when that pedophile do it, they're not going to feel the shame. So that part is also with Noah. Ham went in there and saw his father's nakedness. Shem and Japheth covered their father's nakedness. You get the point?
Can't catch it, Thwada.
No sweat, brother. But you definitely can use it for that too, but it goes a little bit deeper. And that's brotherhood, where this is your father. He just saw the the earth get destroyed. Remember, he was mocked for damn near how much years he take to build the ark? It was a ridiculous long time. 100. It was a long ass time getting mocked. Then imagine being in the ark. Like, imagine you outside, you in here now. You telling everybody, come in this building, come in the truth. They ain't coming, and all of a sudden brimstone started to fall. And your cousin, your son, your mother is banging on that door. You know what it's going to take for you to not open that door and listen to them die? That's what Noah went through. Then been on that ark for so long. Then started to send out that bird, waiting for it to come back. He don't know. He just obeying the Lord. And then when he finally come through and this thing, he drink a little bit. A man can't drink. That's right. And he get a little silly. So what? You're supposed to look at him, man. My father back in there. Let me just make sure he covered up. Let me get some hot for him when he wake up. Man, you was cutting up last night, Pops. Man, shit. Ham with his homosexual ass. That's right. Going in there and mocked his father and made fun of him and came out and made fun. Shem and Japheth are a people, not the Hamites. That's right. And they said, listen, let's get a blanket. How are we going to walk in? Because we don't want to see him and we don't want him to see us. We're going to walk in backwards. That's right. Hey, Daddy, you good? You good? Cover him up and walk out. And when he came sober, he remembered what they did. That's brotherhood. Right. That's brotherly. That's honorable. That's right. You get the point? All right, so we go next. Passover, we good to go? Anything else?
I think Passover, we good to Passover assessment.
Let me tell you something. There's only one Passover. Let me say it in the mic. Testing 1, 2. There is only one Passover. According to Dumgabar, that thing you having in that house with that whole you married and them bastard kids who's not even yours is a lamb dinner. That ain't no Passover. Take it how you feel. Take it however you want it. I don't care. I'm telling you the straight up truth. That's not Passover that you celebrating. There's only one, and that's in the Bible. Right, give me Joshua chapter 22. Come on.
Says, lucky, I'm officially just literally 5 minutes officially booked.
Give him a hand. What day you fly?
So 122. I don't want to tell the heathen the might try to sabotage the ticket.
Listen, let him sabotage the ticket. At this point, if Elon Musk could do this and the National Rotunda, you know, the Rotunda is the middle of the damn Capitol building. DC is the capital of the world. It's not the capital of America. That's where people make decisions on who gets rice and who gets bombed. Then he's not a politician. Nobody elected him. He's just a billionaire. And he said, yeah, we did it. And made the Hitler sign. If that retard could do that shit, I don't give a damn who had to say about my fringes, my shield, my chains. Shut him out, nigga. Because if he could be an open Nazi, don't tell me shit about being a Jew. You get the point? Everybody get their Passover tickets booked, man. If you need some help, contact Captain Karafi. He gonna walk you through the whole thing, Dumgaba. He got all the experience with booking, getting the flights. This year is a little bit more expensive with the flights because of the timing. But brother, Passover is worth everything, man. Make that pilgrimage, man. Do it. Do it. This is your culture. This is your culture. The scriptures say, where your treasure is, there is where your heart is also. Where you put your money, that's what you love.
That's right.
That's what you love. All right. Let me get Joshua. All right, Joshua 20. All right. Yeah, Joshua chapter 22. Any more questions there, Rob? Or are we good to go?
There was a few short questions in the comments.
I may have to get them next week, Rob. If you can write them down, I'll get them next week for sure. Oh, Saturday. Saturday we where? We in Leicester? Saturday we up in Leicester. Get Leicester. You don't know I love Leicester like I love Leicester like cooking. When I first came here, Radar took me to a concert in Leicester, brother. In a club with Mist and a few other artists, brother. And Leicester is home, brother. I'm gonna tell you that straight up and down. If I don't go anywhere else after Bromcap, it's Leicester. I'm trying to tell you. I love London and I love Manny too. But Leicester, boy, god damn it. Leicester is home. We're gonna be up in Leicester Saturday at what time?
5 till 7.
5 till 7 at the Caribbean Center. Maidstone Road. You'll come on down. We'll answer them questions there, Lord allow, all right? All right, where we at?
You said Joshua 21, you said?
22. 22, and then you could start at 1. And we have to go through this whole chapter. Lord allow, you'll be with me, all right?
Come on, Khan.
I might have to skip through it. Go ahead.
Then Joshua called the Reubenites and Gadites and the half tribe of Manasseh and said unto them, ye have kept all that Moses, the servant of the Most High, commanded you, and you have obeyed my voice and all that I have commanded you.
Right.
And ye have not left your brethren these many days unto this day, but ye have kept charge of the commandments of the Most High your God. And now the Most High your God have given ye rest unto your brethren, as he promised them. Therefore now return ye, and get ye into your tents, and unto the land of your possession, which Moses, the servant of the Most High, gave you unto the other side of Jordan.
Right. So I think this is right after, if I'm not mistaken. I wanted to go back some with it, but for time's sake, this is right after I think there was a war conflict, and Joshua, at that time, he's a Judite, and at that time he's in charge after Moses. Remember, Moses had Joshua and Caleb as right hand and left hand. Then Caleb was an Ephraimite, Joshua was a Judite. Joshua is in charge. Moses done gone at this point, and he is commending the Reuben and Gad, who are the Seminole Indians and the Native Indians, or first people, the indigenous people of the Americas, right? And half of Manasseh for staying down and not turning. And he's saying, now at this time, going back to the land that Moses gave you on the other side of the Jordan. Go ahead and handle that. The Lord give us rest now. We ain't how to go to war no more. Go ahead and handle it. All right, go ahead.
Verse 5. But take diligent heed to do the commandment and the law which Moses, the servant of the Lord, charged you, to love the Lord your God, and to walk in all his ways, and to keep his commandments, and to cleave unto him, and to serve him with all your heart and with all your soul.
So now he's telling them, as you go across there, Listen, stay on the law. Stay on our culture. Don't do nothing different. Stand with the Lord. Do everything he said and do everything Moses taught you. Don't do nothing different. Go ahead.
Verse 6. So Joshua...
And do it with all your heart and all your soul. That's not old is the word I want to say, but it's our traditional way of saying something with all my heart and soul, saying it all your might. Go ahead.
So Joshua blessed them and sent them away, and they went unto their tents. Now, to the one half of the tribe of Manasseh, Moses had given possession in Bashan, but unto the other half, therefore gave Joshua among their brethren on the side of Jordan westward. And when Joshua...
So on one side of the Jordan, Moses gave half of the tribe of Manasseh land over there. That's Bashan. So you just imagine there's a river. One is on the east side, one's on the west side. He gave one half of Manasseh land on the eastern side. And the other half, Joshua gave on the western side of that Jordan River. Right? Go ahead.
Khan. Moses had given possession in Bashan, but unto the other half thereof, Joshua gave Joshua among the brethren on this side, Jordan westward. And when Jordan sent them away, also unto their tents, then he blessed them.
Right, so then Joshua sent them away also to their tents, and he blessed them. Go ahead, let me hear the blessing.
Come on. And he spake unto them, return with much riches unto your tents, and with very much cattle, and silver, and gold, and with brass, and with iron, and with very much raiment, divide the spoil of your enemies with your brethren.
Right, so again, the spoils of war, he's saying you'll return to your tents and take a lot of this thing with you. Take this thing like how the whole spirit of when we had the high holiday. You had some high holiday, we just celebrated Hanukkah. People ready to leave. He was like, man, take food, man, take plates. The sisters bringing plates, drinks. It's like, take it, go. It's, it's blessing you as you go. I mean, these high holidays, brother, sometimes they go eat. There's so much food come through. You could leave with what? 2-3 plates of food stacked. You good for the next few days. You ain't how to cook nothing. You put them in the fridge. You just microwaving food, warming it up. You get the point? Go ahead. You had a question? Are you going to read? All right, go ahead. Come on with it.
Verse 9. And the children of Reuben and the children of Gad and the half tribe of Manasseh returned and departed from the children of Israel out of Shiloh.
Go ahead.
Which was in the land of Canaan to go unto the country of Gilead.
Right, and that land of Canaan is that land the Lord gave to us. Remember, he told us, go and get the Canaanites out. That's our land, Israel. All right? Go ahead.
To the land of the possession, whereof they were possessed, according to the word of the Lord by the hand of Moses.
Right, so they returned to where Moses gave them, and they returned to where Joshua gave them. This is where things start now. Go ahead.
Verse 10. And when they came unto the borders of Jordan that are in the land of Canaan, the children of Reuben and the children of Gad and the half tribe of Manasseh built there an altar by Jordan, a great altar to see it.
So when they reached to that land, they built an altar, right? And this is what you would call an altar, right? This table here, for our purposes. An altar is, they build it up with stones or, wood or different things. You have to, somebody get the Bible dictionary, look up altar. I want right here. All right? Look up altar for me. All right? Keep reading.
Verse 11. And the children of Israel heard say, behold, the children of Reuben and the children of Gad.
Where you at?
Verse 11.
Okay. Yes, look. Read it again from the top.
Verse 11. And the children of Israel heard say, behold, the children of Reuben and the children of Gad and the half tribe of Manasseh have built an altar over against the land of Canaan in the borders of Jordan to the passage of the children of Israel.
Right, the children of Israel, meaning the rest of the tribes, heard what these 2.5 tribes did. Copy, Alvin?
Come on.
Go ahead.
Altar in the Old Testament, times where many verified the importance is seen in that the word altar is used 433 times in the Bible. Some of early ones were crude evaluations, usually of earth or stone, though other materials were sometimes employed. The shape and size varied, and the kind of materials used. For instance,
they're giving you the examples, right? Go ahead. Give me you want 1 Kings 8 and 3. Same paragraph. One is note. 1 Kings 8 and 3. One is noted. Go ahead.
One is noted that was simply a pile of stones, which another was made of one single stone.
So the altars over time was made in different ways, different materials and stuff like that. Anybody could look it up. It gives you a whole, a whole ton of description of the altar, right? So part of the altar too, it had to be made by certain people and with certain type of stones. If you're using it, there's a whole procedure for it, which is why I think in Hanukkah, when they rededicated the temple, they had to go get certain stones. Certain people had to go hew the stones. That's it, Cap. Good to go. Go ahead, read, brother.
Joshua chapter 22, verse 12.
Go ahead.
And when the children of Israel heard of it, the whole congregation of the children of Israel gathered themselves together in Shiloh to go up to war against them.
To go up to do what?
War against them.
Imagine that. These Israelites built another altar. There's supposed to be one altar in the main part of Israel. They built another altar. The children of Israel heard this and didn't say, let's go talk to our brothers. They didn't say, well, we all Israel. God ain't just with, y'all alone in Jerusalem or in the land of Canaan, Joshua. The Lord ain't just with you. He with us too. Israel heard that and said, they left the land of Shiloh. What does Shiloh mean?
Shiloh,
peace. They left the land of peace and went to their brothers to do what? Have peace? To make war. Because it's against our law to go start something different.
That's right.
It's against our law and our culture and our custom to go separate and build your own thing somewhere.
Right.
Moses doesn't give half of you all a land over here. Joshua giving you all another bit of land. He telling you, when you go in that land, stay on course, obey the Lord, stick to what we know. You reach there, you start building your own thing. Joshua said, time for people to die.
That's right.
That's what Joshua said. He said, time for people to die. If you don't understand why the UPK is not affiliated with no Israelite group, this is why.
That's right.
This is why.
Right.
You're straight up and down. This is why. You built another altar. You built another thing somewhere against God's laws.
Right.
No problem. No problem. It's time to die. Go ahead.
Joshua chapter 22, verse 13. And the children of Israel sent unto the children of Reuben and to the children of Gad and to the half tribe of Manasseh into the land of Gilead. Phinehas, the son of Eleazar the priest.
So they sent the children of Israel, the rest of the tribe, Joshua and them, they sent Phinehas, which was the son of a priest. Phinehas is famous for what? Who knows? Hold on, Slack. Let me get the young brother. Go ahead.
Was it the one where he went into the tent with the woman and he slew it?
Yep. Listen, Phinehas, I believe this is just before this too. The Lord was plaguing Israel because we started going with the heathens. I believe Joshua then found out what was going on, and Joshua is checking the nation, telling them, listen, we can't be doing this. While he's doing it, some Israelites is walking through the crowd with a Midianitish woman. Goes into the tent. Phinehas saw it, got angry, took a javelin and walked into the tent and put it through the man's back and the woman's belly at the same time. He could only do that if they on top each other. Meaning he opened the tent. They're in the act of having sex, which is against our law to have interracial marriage. Phinehas put them down.
That's right.
The Bible says the Lord's anger was appeased. Sometimes the Lord just wants blood. That's it. That's all. It ain't rocket science. You get the point? Sometimes somebody just have to die, and it just might be a time. That's all. They send Phineas. They say, you know what? Phineas, go down there and let's see what's going on. Go ahead.
Somebody got to die.
Somebody got to die. If I go, you got to go. You get the point? Go ahead.
Verse 14. And with them 10 princes of each chief house, a prince throughout all the tribes of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
And each one was an head of the house of their fathers among the thousands of Israel.
So Phineas' entourage was men who was renowned and from great houses all throughout Israel. Like he went down there with a strong crew to see what the hell was really going on. And they knew Phineas was capable of making war if he needed to. You get the point? Go ahead.
Verse 15. And they came unto the children of Reuben and to the children of Gad and to the half tribe of Manasseh, unto the land of Galilee. And they spoke with them, saying, Thus saith the whole congregation of the Lord, what trespass is this ye... What trespass? What trespass?
So all these fake Israelites starting new groups and building new altars and having new high holy days. What is it? What does the Bible say it is?
What trespass?
Go ahead.
Is this that ye have committed against the Lord of Israel? To turn away this day from following the Lord, in that ye have builded you an altar, that ye might rebel this day. That ye may rebel this day.
Them purple sodomites?
That ye may rebel this day.
The red and white ones.
That ye might rebel this day.
All white ones with the bubble eye, big eye, Negro in charge.
That ye might rebel this day.
They are rebelled against the Lord.
That's right.
It is the home of the truth. This is where it started. What I'm saying, I didn't invent. I didn't make this up. Commander YAHANNA didn't make it up. This is what was passed down to him. And they left to start their own, to build another altar.
Right.
And the Lord said, make war with them. So if it is you mad because every week Jeremiah Hyman is, talking bad about your heroes, your little purple gay heroes, the Lord said make war with them. What's your problem? Don't be mad with him. Be mad with the Lord. Get the point? Be mad with the Lord. Like Israel always have misplaced anger or misplaced emotions. You think the heathens put us in slavery and punishing us when the Lord did it? Right. You think Jeremiah Hyman wrong for what he doing and Commander YAHANNA wrong for what they're doing, and Jeremiah Yak and General Hazayan, General Shalma, General Katham, and General Kabal, you think they're wrong for what they're doing and talking about these fake Israelite groups and these Christians? The Lord said, make war with them. Right. The problem is, why are you not making war? That's right. Huh? You're supposed to be making war. You think we all in peace? We all Israel, really? I can't tell. I ain't never seen you at Passover. I ain't never seen you put in overtime shift to buy a plane ticket to go to Passover in the States. I ain't never seen you do that. I never saw you do it. And I probably never will. That's right. But that's all right. You perfect. You falling from grace, right? You good. Keep going.
That ye might rebel this day against the Lord. Verse 17. In the iniquity of Peor, too little for us.
Is. Read it again.
Verse 17. Is the iniquity of Peor too little for us, from which we were not cleansed until this day, although there was a plague in the congregation of the Lord.
Right, the iniquity of Peor, right? I wanted to get it tonight, but just for time's sake, I might skip it. This is when that fool, I think it mentions his name here, Achan or Akan or something like that. Huh? No, that's the fool who took the garment. When the Lord said, burn and bury everything, he took the Babylonian garment. I probably will pull it for you in a second. Keep reading out.
Verse 18. But that ye must turn away this day from following the Lord, and it will be, seeing ye rebel today against the Lord, that tomorrow he will be wroth with the whole congregation of Israel.
Right? That's what we have to understand. When we rebel against the Lord, he, just like a father, he ain't just coming for you. The whole house gonna feel it because he angry. That's how a father is. You have siblings and somebody do something. When they get their punishment, you better be on your P's and Q's. Because that belt could turn from them to you in a second. And you know it. Yeah, those of us who grew up with siblings or cousins in the house. When judgment come to one, the rest better, not. And what about you? You laughing? Where's your homework? Bring it. He looking for an excuse to, just keep the belt going. He looking for that excuse because that's what happens. When we do something against the Lord, all Israel has to pay for it. And he's reminding them of this. He's saying, like what happened at Peor, that wasn't enough for you? It wasn't enough to remind you of what's going on? Go ahead.
Verse 19, notwithstanding, if the land of your possession be unclean, then pass ye over unto the land of the possession of the Lord, wherein the Lord's tabernacle dwelleth, and take possession among us.
Oh, brother, that there is so biblical. It's so right. It's so, and when I say biblical, in the spirit of the Bible. Come on. No sweat. Read it one more time. Man.
Verse 19, notwithstanding, if the land of your possession be unclean, then pass ye over unto the land of the possession of the Lord, wherein the Lord's tabernacle dwelleth, and take possession among us.
Stop right there. He's saying, y'all done effed up and created another altar that the Lord did not create. He didn't tell nobody build that. So that land now is unclean. You don't piss the Lord off. That land is unclean. You should cross over and come to the land of the Lord's possession, where his tabernacle is, where his altar is, and take possession with us, among us. Come with your brothers. You want to go be separate. Come with your people, with your brothers. Don't go off there and try to establish your own righteousness. That shit is unclean now. The Lord going to look at that like that's foul. Like that thing right there is foul as hell. You understand? Keep going.
But rebel not against the Lord.
Say it again.
But rebel not against the Lord.
Say it one more time.
But rebel not against the Lord.
Come on, you read.
Nor rebel against us in building you.
To rebel against the Lord is to rebel against the brotherhood.
That's right.
You don't start to buck and rebel against the brotherhood. You're rebelling against the Lord.
That's right.
And the Lord will make war for it. And we'll make war too. We men of war. We ain't scared of no war. In fact, the brothers in here, when it's too much peacetime, brothers get antsy. Brothers get antsy. You can imagine sisters in the house is like, oh Lord, go to camp, nigga. Because shit. Brothers, you're like, we are soldiers for life. We're not civilians. We need something. And you providing it. And we ain't shy. We're going to deal with it. Listen, the next 4 years for the whole entire earth is going to be a period of decision. It's like the Valley of Jehoshaphat. It's like the Lord and the Spirit brought that into each and every one of our houses. You are going to have to decide which side you're on. It started yesterday. That devil is in office. That's Satan in office. Y'all see America, half is cold and half is on fire. Hell done froze over. Hell has frozen over. They done ramped it up on the children of Israel. We close to the end. You're going to have to decide. You're going to have to declare your colors. Can't stand the fence no more. Either you're going to be with the ones who make war, or you're going to be with the ones who are warred against. But you're going to have to decide. Go ahead. Read that last part again.
But rebel not against the Lord, nor rebel against us in building you an altar beside the altar of the Lord our God.
You rebel against the Lord if you're doing anything outside of the Israelite school at UPK.
That's right.
You do anything outside of the authority of Command and General YAHANNA, you are rebelling against the Lord. Thus saith the Lord.
That's right.
This is Joshua talking, not Moses, not the one who gave the law. So what? Does that mean Joshua's words is of no effect? No, nigga. Same way Command and General YAHANNA's words is not of no effect. You just simple and hard-headed, and you're going to learn. You're going to learn. No problem. I hope I'm the one to teach it. But you're going to learn. Keep reading.
Verse 20. Did not Achan, the son of Zerah, commit a trespass in the accursed thing, and wrath fell on all the congregation of Israel, and that man perished, not alone in his iniquity.
Right? He's reminding them. Did not Achan do this thing against Israel? Did not he do this and Israel suffered? And listen, he perished, but he ain't perished alone. Let me just remind you all of it. Give me that same Joshua chapter 7. You hold where you at, brother. Just so it's not confused. Caps or Radar, either one. chapter 7. Right, you could read chapter 7 on your own when you get in your homes, all right, just for studying sake. I want you to start at okay, so there's a plague. Let me just give a backdrop. There's a plague going through Israel, and I mean killing people, like how COVID was. There's a whole plague going through Israel. And Joshua can't figure out what the hell going on. So he starts to run down through the ranks of the men and questioning men and telling them, read 11.
Joshua 7, verse 11.
Pass the mic up 1 second. Go ahead.
Joshua 7:11. Israel have sinned, and they have also transgressed my covenant, which I commanded them. For they have even taken of the accursed thing, and have also stolen and dissembled also, and they have put it even among their own stuff.
Right, so that's what happened. Joshua realized we done took stuff that we wasn't supposed to take from these heathens and kept it, and that's why this plague is happening. Skip down to okay, so I'm gonna just speed it along just for time's sake. He woke up one morning and lined up all the men of all the tribes and started having a what do you call that? Not an investigation.
Interrogation, sir.
Interrogation to what? This what's called this? Not Ray and nephew. What are you all drinking? E and J. I'm starting to irk and jerk, starting to irk and jerk over here, brother. The brain starting, you know the clutch slipping. When you hit that button, it's slipping. The brain starting to irk and jerk. The interrogation. He started to interrogate each man down the line, and then he came down to Akan. All right. 19.
And Joshua said unto Akan, my son, give I, pray thee, glory unto the Lord God of Israel, and make confession unto him, and tell me now what thou hast done. Hide it not from me.
So you say, listen, and that's what he told every man. Make confession to the Lord now. Give God glory. Let the Lord get glory now. Like, come forth and be honest about this thing. And brother, I mean, we done fallen so far from how we were to be able to make a plea like that today. Ain't nobody telling you nothing, even if they did it. This nigga here confessed that. Like, that's even in his, sin. He still came up like, damn, I really did this shit. I'm gonna own up to it and suffer the consequence. Go ahead.
Verse 20. And Akan answered Joshua and said, indeed, I have sinned against the Lord of Israel, and thus have I done. When I saw among the spoils a goodly Babylonian garment, and 200 shekels of silver, and a wedge of gold of 50 shekels weight, then I coveted them and took them, and behold, they are hid in the earth in the midst of my tent, and the silver under it.
So he said they were supposed to burn everything from the Babylonians, slaughter everything down to the goats and all that shit, and burn it and take nothing. That was the orders. This fool saw some garment, like damn near like Lord tell you, sack you, king, and you go in there and you see some expensive Armani suit. You see that suit Cartel wear for the thing with the gold stripes. You see some suit like what Cartel wear, and you say, you know what, this shit look good, boy. I'm taking this because it costs $10,000 in silk. And you take some Babylonish garment and you take their gold and their silver and you hid it in your tent. You bury it in the middle under your tent. And that made the Lord angry, because you preferred them over him and you disobeyed him. And he started to plague Israel. He started to turn the heat up on the tribe so the tribe could turn the heat up on you. Joshua sent men into that brother's tent to dig up the ground, and they found it all. And they brought everything out. And this is what Joshua did. Now skip down to hold on. 25.
Come on, Khan. Verse 25. And Joshua said, why hast thou troubled us?
You say, why you trouble us, man? Why you do this thing to bring this plague on us? Go ahead.
Come on, Khan. The Lord shall trouble thee this day.
Say, today, the Lord gonna trouble you. The Lord, now you troubled us for so long and you ain't said nothing. You watch all these people die. You watch us go to war and the heathens beating us, which is unheard of with Israel. Even till this day, Mike Tyson, 60-something years old, he could be somebody's grandfather. We all still wanted him to beat that devil.
That's right.
And we took it personal when he didn't. Same thing with I forget the dude name who fought Tyson Fury, the brother from Alabama. What's his name? Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder talk all that shit till this day and go in there and let that old, can't even say the word, they don't flag the thing. Yeah, you can't even say the word now. You let that Romani beat him.
God.
Clumsy clown Romani beat him. Black people took that to heart. We don't take losing to heathens easy. Even back in the day with your parents' time, the West Indies cricket team, that team was beating England and Australia for racism.
That's right.
It was beating them white boys for all the years of slavery and colonialism. We didn't like it until this day. When England beat West Indies, we take it personal. Like these things, we have to win. And Joshua is like, you watch them beat us and lose, and you ain't said nothing. You troubled us. Today the Lord gonna trouble you. Go ahead.
And all Israel stoned him with stones and burned them with fire. And they had stoned them with stones.
After.
Slakia.
After they had stoned them with stones.
And after they had stoned them with stones.
Listen now. Let me tell you something now. Phineas, who was the son of a Levite, he was a priest. Levi is a priest. Till this day, Levi catch you doing something down there in Haiti. What do? Stone you with stones. And then when you're on the ground and you all, dazed and you can't get up, they put some tires all over you and burn you. Them is the people of the Bible.
That's right.
You're going to say they're brutal and this and that. But I know one thing. Whatever that nigga who on fire did, I know I ain't doing. It's to drive the evil away from among you. That's what it's meant to do. It's to scare you like, oh my God, damn, look what they did to him. Yeah, I'm going to stop doing this shit. I'm done with that now. I'm done. He going to be back in the reincarnation. Don't worry, he ain't lost. But I ain't going through that shit. You know how long it takes to die with a stoning? The human body is so resilient, and Levi got time. They spend whole day stoning that nigga. He gets stoned here, he stumbled to the corner. They just follow him and just stone him down. And then finally, there's one video I saw. They stoned this brother so bad. He gets stoned. He ran and jumped into the fire. He just walked and threw himself into the fire. He wanted it to end. That would stop child molestation. That would stop drug dealing. That would stop raping. That would stop abortion. That would stop adultery. That would bring forth the kingdom of heaven. I ain't telling you go do it now, though. When Christ come back, that's going to be his kingdom. I'm telling you straight up. Keep going.
Verse 26. And they raised over him a great heap of stones unto this day. And the Lord turned from the fierce.
So the Lord
turned from the fierceness of his anger.
Right, and with that, the Lord turned from the fierceness of his anger and he stopped the plague. Nobody died from that day. Now go back to where you was, brother, where you was before in 22.
Joshua chapter 22, verse 21. Then the children of Reuben and the children of Gad.
So like you read 20 one more time.
Joshua chapter 22, verse 20. Did not Achan, the son of Zerah, commit a trespass in the accursed thing, and wrath fell upon all the congregation of Israel, and that man perished, not alone in his iniquity.
You have to remind him that this man sinned against the Lord. He disobeyed the Lord, and he didn't perish alone. And that should be something that we should understand. Like you might do something and think, I'm doing it by myself, and that's it. The Lord gonna kill your family. He's gonna make them suffer. Why is that? Why is the Lord doing that? Who understands it? Who want to take a shot? Rhoda, check the mic.
Is it to kind of make you wake up when you're down in your sorrow? Sometimes it takes you to reflect and you look at it.
Not when you're down in your sorrow, when you feel like going and getting high, and you feel like you take a chance and have sex with that brother's wife, and you feel like you could You feel like if you're a sister, you could go have sex with multiple men. When you get pregnant, you kill the baby and don't tell nobody nothing. When you feel like you could sneak around and do some shit that's unlawful, the Lord is telling you, you might gamble with your life in your mind, but I'm going to kill everybody you love. So think again if you're going to take this chance. Think one more time if you really want to do that. Because I'll come through and I'll put everybody you love down. Now, that's some gangster shit right there. That the Lord is, he's not, he ain't Boris. He ain't Keir Starmer. Lord ain't like that. When he says something, he wants it done. What's the other side of it? He's holding your family accountable. Because your family could be knowing something going on and they ain't saying nothing because they love you. Well, they had to know that if you sitting against the Lord, they could die too. So they might want to get you some help quickly. Get the point? You might be an old Christian, or you might be, you hiding some heathen somewhere, or somehow you ain't smoking the weed, but you're boiling it and making tea, all to get high, same way. You're a damn drug addict, you're a witch. You might want to get that brother or sister some help quickly. Because if you know about it and you ain't do nothing, the Lord is going to put you in a grave with them. Since you love them so much, right? You don't want to offend them, You love them. You don't want to say what they're doing, no problem. Go lay down with them. Go on, get in that grave. Climb on down there. You want to go pick out your box before they put you down? Go pick out your box, man. So you going in the grave with them if you love them so much. But if you love me, I'm the God of the living. You could live with me. If you love me, you're going to live with me. If you love them, you're going to die with them. It's an easy choice. Not a problem. Let's keep reading.
Joshua chapter 22, verse 21. Then the children of Reuben and the children of Gad and the half tribe of Manasseh answered and said unto the heads of the thousands of Israel.
Right, when they say the heads of the thousands of Israel, they ain't talking to thousands of people. They're talking to Phinehas and them 10 men who came with Phinehas. Go ahead.
Verse 22. The Lord God of gods, the Lord God of gods, he knoweth, and Israel he knoweth.
And Israel he shall know.
Salakia. And Israel he shall know, if it be in rebellion, or if in transgression against the Lord, save us not this day.
So they're still kind of proud. They say, Lord, Lordy, Lord knoweth. If we doing this thing in transgression and it not be of the Lord, no problem. Don't save us. Let us fall to the Lord's judgment. That's what they say to us when Commander YAHANNA say the UPK is the home of the truth. The general said this 2012 or 13, all camps are to come back home. He opened the door. He said all Israelite camps are to down them colors and come back to the home of the truth. They didn't want to do it. And they say, if we're wrong, let the Lord judge. No problem. These brothers here said this in the Bible too. Go ahead.
Verse 23, that we have built us an altar to turn from following the Lord, or if to offer thereon burnt offerings or meat offerings, or if to offer peace offerings thereon, let the Lord himself require it.
You say, listen, if we're doing this thing and we wrong, let the Lord judgment fall on us. Don't save us. If we rebelling against the Lord, or if we right and we building this altar to do burnt offerings and the service of the Lord. What's the service of the Lord? Passover. That's the service of the Lord. So they planned to have a whole other Sabbath, a whole other Passover, a whole other Hanukkah. Well, not Hanukkah yet, of course, but any of the in Leviticus 23, they was planning to have different ones somewhere else. And they're saying, if we did that and we planning to still keep the law, isn't that what them Israelites say? And them Christians in the world? Yeah, I can still keep the law. I don't have to follow you all. Good. Don't. Don't. I want more territory, more crowns, more ribs, more children. I want more. Fine. Don't come get it. Don't come get it. I'm going to force it on you. That's fine. You could have the world. Have it. I want what the Lord promised. You don't want it? Great. That's fine. When the Lord comes for you, don't call. Take it like Achan. Achan and his family went and laid down in that pit and got stoned. And then after they got stoned, got lit on fire. They didn't rebel. They didn't run. Did the scripture say they ran? Nah. They went and took the stoning, man. When that time come, just like how he was bold to build the altar, take them stonings bold too. Take it. Go ahead.
Verse 24.
Uh-huh.
And if we have not rather done it for fear of this.
In the last verse, they say, let the Lord require it. Meaning, if we did it, let the Lord come deal with us. Never say that. Never say that thing. Never say that thing. Those of you all who grew up with brothers and sisters and cousins in the house, when the authority leaves, what do they say? Let's say they leave. Let's say it's older children, 16, 17, and younger children, 10, 11, 5, 6. When the authority leaves the house, what do they say? Who remembers? Come on.
Is it when
talking to the mic? Go ahead.
Is it when the cats away, the mouse will play?
Well, that's what happens. But what do they say when they leave the house? Who have it, Rada? I'm gonna come to you, Rabba, and go ahead, Rada.
Is it normally the the oldest person's in charge or something?
They appoint somebody to be in charge, and then they say what?
Whatever he says, you listen.
Whatever he says goes. Yeah. Now imagine, or he or she, one of them children say, I ain't listening to you. I'm gonna do what the hell I want. And when mommy or daddy come home, shit, they could ask me what I did. Okay. When that car pull up or that door key, you hear the key jangling. Mommy coming, that person started to get nervous. Or daddy coming. And then you hear the report about what this younger one did. And they say, and what you tell them? I told them to stop. And what they say? They say they ain't listening to me. They're only listening to you. What does the authority do then? What does it do? What do they do?
Someone's getting licked.
Yeah, you're getting blows. But before you get the blows, you get reminded. I said, listen to him. You do what the hell they say. You don't want to obey them? No problem. And then you start to explain, but on your brakes and belts. But I was only doing this. Ain't no explaining. I told you what to do. And questioning that person's authority is questioning the Lord's authority. Because you questioning the Lord's judgment. You're basically saying the Lord shouldn't have put that person in charge. All right, no problem. Let's see how you think about this punishment now. You understand? Let's keep going.
Joshua chapter 22, verse 24.
Uh-huh.
And if we have not rather done it for fear of this thing, saying, in time to come your children might speak unto your children, saying, what have ye to do with the Lord God of Israel?
Go ahead.
Verse 25. For the Lord have made Jordan a border between us and you, ye children of Reuben and children of Gad. Ye have no part in the Lord. So shall your children make our children cease from fearing the Lord. Therefore, we said, let us now prepare to build us an altar, not for burnt offering, nor for sacrifice, but that it might be a witness between us and you and our generations after us, that we might do the service of the Lord before him with our burnt offerings and with our sacrifice and with our peace offerings, that your children might not say to our children in time to come, ye have no part in the Lord.
Okay, cool. Let's read that again. Okay, so first they're saying, read it again from 24. Go ahead.
Joshua chapter 22, verse 24. And if we have not rather done it for fear of this thing, saying, in time to come, your children might speak unto our children, saying, what have ye to do with the Lord God of Israel?
They're talking to Phineas and the representatives of Israel. They say, in time to come, if we do this thing, your children would say to ours, what have ye to do with Israel? Because they done broke off. Go ahead.
Verse 25. For the Lord have made Jordan a border between us and you, ye children of Reuben and children of Gad.
So he's saying that, like, the Lord put a border between us, ye children of Reuben and Gad. Go on.
Ye have no part in the Lord. So shall your children make our children cease from fearing the Lord.
So if you go and do this thing, your children might influence ours. Our children might start to think it's okay to go off and do something separate. You're going to influence ours. Go ahead.
Verse 26. Therefore we said, let us now prepare to build us an altar, not for burnt offering, nor for sacrifice.
So Phineas say, with that said, we're going to build an altar. But this altar here ain't for sacrifice. and it ain't for burnt offering. It ain't to do the will of the Lord, like according to the holy days. Keep going.
Verse 27. But that it may be a witness between us and you and our generations after us, that we might do the service of the Lord before him with our burnt offerings and with our sacrifices and with our peace offerings, that your children may not say to our children in time to come, ye have no part in the Lord.
Phineas said, we're going to build an altar. And on this altar, we're going to do something that's going to let everybody and the Lord know there's a difference between us and you, so that in the future, your children, our children ain't going to say you ain't got no part with the Lord, or vice versa. Say, we're going to build this altar. No problem. Keep going.
Verse 28. Therefore said we that it shall be when they should say, when they should sow, Salakia, say to us, or our generations in time to come, that we may say again, behold, the pattern of the altar of the Lord, which our fathers made, not for burnt offerings, nor for sacrifices, but it is a witness between us and you.
The pattern, even today, you all say pattern. The pattern of the altar, pattern that thing. Once again, we children of the Bible. Basically, Phineas is saying, this altar we building is for you. You're going to be the burnt offering on this thing here. I'm going to speed it up just for you. Phineas threatened them in a priestly way. You're going to be on this altar. And we're going to burn you all up. And everybody will know that, we didn't follow you. And there's a difference between us and you. He done threatened them. Let me skip it down to the response. Hold on.
Verse 29.
Go ahead.
God forbid that we should rebel against...
Oh, that's it right there. They heard Phineas say that shit out. Phineas said to them, yeah, we're going to build this altar. We going to build an altar. You want to build one? We're going to build one. But this altar ain't for Passover. You know what I mean? This altar ain't for the Sabbath. You know what I mean? He's had to pull out the weapons now. This altar ain't for that shit. Remember, Phineas is the one who killed Zambri in the tent. This altar ain't for that. This altar is so everybody going to know there's a difference between us and you. And for future generations, they're going to be clear who stand with the Lord. They turn around and say this. Read 29.
Verse 29. God forbid that we should rebel against the Lord.
See, you know what, man? I don't know what the hell I was saying. I was tripping, nigga. I was tripping. God forbid that we should rebel against the Lord. Listen, they was wise and they considered the end of this thing. That's what happened here. They was wise. Go ahead.
And turn this day from following the Lord and build an altar for burnt offerings, for meat offerings, or for sacrifices, beside the altar of the Lord our God, that is before his tabernacle. And when Phineas, the priest, and the princes of the congregation, and heads of the thousands of Israel, which were with him, Salakia, heard the words of the children of Reuben, and the children of Gad, and the children of Manasseh, spoke, it pleased them. And Phineas, the son of Eleazar, the priest, said unto the children of Reuben, and to the children of Gad, and to the children of Manasseh, this day we perceive that the Lord is among us, because we have not committed this trespass against the Lord. Now, ye have delivered the children of Israel out of the hand of the Lord.
You understand? Like, they was grateful for the stand which them brothers made against their own transgression. That's brotherhood. Like, we don't fall so far away where you can't tell Israel today what they're doing wrong. These brothers came there and told them, listen, man, you can't do this. You're going to mess up the tradition. You're going to mess up the lineage. Our children might be influenced by yours, and now the whole nation is off. Remember what the Lord just did. He was plaguing us until we put the evil away. And that fool, he didn't die by himself. His whole family got put to death. Right. What you want? You don't remember what you want that to happen to you? They say, man, listen, man, if we doing it by mistake, let the Lord deal with us. They say, no problem. We're going to build an altar. We're going to do it. You're going to be the burnt sacrifice. You're going to be the example for everybody to know we ain't playing. Them niggas said, oh, hold on. This is a misunderstanding. Sure. fellas, you know what I mean? Man, cool man, cool cool, man. Man, then we don't want no parts of that, man. Then we don't want no parts of that. This is why the UPK operates how we operate. We rule with righteousness and might. You're gonna have some might if you want Israel to listen. There's an interview. I'm gonna look for it, Rabbi, and send it to you. Where they interviewing Bounty Killer and they're asking him why he has that persona. He said, "My people are not semi-demi people. My people ain't like he's really saying like the other nations. He said, my people is rough and tough because of how we grow, because of where we come from and the oppression. And I care about my people, but they ain't gonna listen to me if I come soft, if I come to them just talking. I had to come with power and might, or else they ain't gonna listen." That's right. Brother, that's true. That is true. These are people that seek a sign. We stiff neck. We need the glory. No problem. Israel need it. We gonna give it to them. That's right. We gonna give it to them. There's only one Passover, nigga. There's only one, and it's April 12th, 2025, Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover presented by the I.S.U.P.K under command of YAHANNA. Anything else, you are building another altar, and it's only a matter of time before you become a burnt offering. I hope I get these matches for that. With that, pass the class over to Radaya Allah.
I.S.U.P.K security announcement.
No, he can hold it.
Where the I.S.U.P.K started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rules for a new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister come into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 month period in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18 and 21. Malachi 3, 8 and 10 means 10th in the Hebrew, Mashara, 10% of every penny of increase the Lord gives you. Give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest funds. Free will offerings for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Up and coming holy convocations. Purim.
13 and 14.
13 and 14th of March. Announcement for holy convocation from the sheet. Remind Akim and Aqua to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. Boots, shirt, pants, headband, scarves. With that, man of Israel and Magium. Magium Shabbat. One courtesy to the teacher. Man of Israel, Magium Shabbat. Magium Shabbat. Magium.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Rakathum.
So we're going to give the sisters a kite salute. Man of Israel, Magium Shabbat. Magium. Alright.
Yahweh Shema.
Yad Mata. Dismiss.
If you're come to Leicester.